Hello everyone, welcome back. Tuesday, as some people call it, Tuesday. My name is Tiferet. I have to get my arms cup and Android of House Invicta, and today we are playing some Ghost Frontline 2. There's a new event, newish event that came out on my name day actually, so that was what, 1, 2, 3, but it was 5 days ago. So I'm kind of behind on it. So I gotta get checked up. We gotta get back on it. I know I've been doing like some of the supply runs, but we haven't done anything as far as like the pools or anything like that. So we're gonna do that today. So the person we have is going to be Lind. So Lind is also known as AA12. Shotgun, and she first made an appearance in this game during the tournament event with the Mobbies. That was the one that shared the banner with Perry, MP5, and I think it was Andorras. I don't remember it because I know the MP5 had like a double banner event, and I skipped Perry. I skipped Perry for sure. I don't know if you have enough to actually get Lind. I'd be nice. Let me show you what she looks like. She's known to be like a sugar addict. Like she's always eating candy that she has to. I don't know why she gets really irritable and everything like that, but then again, she's always kind of like not the most fun person to be around. So this is Land. She's actually, holy crap, she's very flexible. Dang. She's fast, she's slippery. For a shoddy? Okay. Wow, so I'm surprised how slippery she is. You know what? I don't even know who's next. I think whoever's next is probably gonna be like what the UMP is. I think a UMP 9 probably. I don't know what the order is. But let's go ahead and try this. Your ship moves. Let's see if we can get her. We will get lucky. I know that my friend Flan really liked Flan naturally loved Lind. Oh, E12. He used to draw her, and it's like his drawing streams. So maybe we can get her. That'd be nice. It'd be a nice little like not for him. Rest in peace. Alright, who is it? Oh, Karalik. And I love Karalik. She's like still like there's no real melee characters in this game. I think it's her and Ultimate. But she's cool. Yeah, I wish they could give her a little bit more for her design, but at least buff her so people could use her more. Because she's kind of scary to go up against. Hi. We didn't get her that time. Let's keep going. Yes. Hey, maybe like a Hansel FP is like, we'll just go all the way. Why not? Like this game, they're really rushing the polls, the banners, because they want to try to catch up. Oh, better, Nagan. They're trying to catch up with CN, like the other servers. That's why they're like popping out freaking banners like crazy. The old lady. I like her, she's cute. We see her in some levels back in Girls Frontline 1. Looks at pity count 65, and we did 20 pulls right now. But it's not really like a full pity on thing. It's like they guarantee you a legendary, but you may not be her. Oof. We have like two more after this, or one more after this. But it's alright. And like we'll get more stuff. 50-50, yeah, it's still pretty scary. But sometimes the purple like pulls like this, they'll sneak in like an SSR sometimes. So like it's happened to me like twice. Like looks like it's purple, but then like you get an SSR. So sometimes they trick you. Oof. Yep, we got one more pull. Let's see. Alright, we'll see. Oh, probably not. I didn't see the gold flash. Dang. Oh well, it's okay. I mean, at least the rerun ban is quite often though, surprisingly. Like in a lot of gacha games, you'll see a ban for a character, then you won't see them again for like another year. But this one, they do like the feature ban, and then they pull like a previous one at the same time, which is really cool. It's really nice. So if you missed someone, you can always like get them again. But I pulled on Soma's repeat better. No, we didn't get her guides. It's too bad. But we will eventually. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I see him look up, trick real quick, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna get this started. You pulled on Hokus, a real Masaru 50/50s, 3 out of 5. Oh, but what do you really call that? A pity though, if it's still like a chance to fail, because that sucks. Who was it pulling for? It was Nikita. That's pulled for a VSK, and we went all with a pity, and we didn't get her. We got someone else. We got the repeat of someone we already had, so it's really disappointing. Or like for this game, like even if you are like say halfway through the pulls and you pull an SSR that's not, you know, that's not even the featured one, it'll use up your pity system, so it resets. It kind of flux. I wish the pity was reserved for just the featured unit and just get reset. But oh well.
Hi, honey.
Alright, so Lynn's event. Well, looks like her team's here. What's the name of her team? It's like Snow something. Oh, Karlik is in here. It's an arena. As the night swallows the crew's ships outlines the concurrent undercurrent carries the sin, waits back tonight amidst the wreckage. So I see MP7 down there. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I think it's type 191. And is someone else in front of her? I can't see her right now. Okay. I wonder what this is all about. This reminds you of my home. As for yarns, fight coliseums and arenas as well, just for the entertainment of people. Oh, is that Tornolo? Alright. Dolls Fight Ultimate. Alright, so the song so far doesn't really catch me, as well as like some other ones, but let's wait for that drop. Okay, it's still building. It definitely has a very like tense, rushed feel to it, you know? But yeah, Lynn will like cheat. She doesn't play fairly. She's that kind of doll. Well, she'll bend the rules as far as it can go. Alright, so I'm there. It's building. Alright. It's pretty steady track. It's not bad. It's not bad. I like some of the other event checks before, you know? Alright, so what do we got here? Oh, it's not too long of a story. It is like a small one after all. Wounds that will not heal. Below a seemingly past decayed. The rot is spreading. Ooh, nice to get corrupted arena, like drone fights. Yeah, I thought that was troll good. In the green zone on the outskirts of the Senate City, KYI-09, a light mist hangs over the Mansion District. Frostfall, there it is. Frostfall squad is performing battlefield cleanup under some use supervision. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think it's Zongshu. I think it's Zongshu. Their tactical boots crunch on the mechanical parts scattered on the grassy lawn. Cheetah, she looks good. Wow, this place is huge and it's got a swimming pool too. It's the inventor. And she's a very good inventor. No wonder they had to buy summon guard robots. Was everyone living in the Mansion District this rich? I love characters with tired eyes, you know, the bags that you have there. I love that design. Ew. Doesn't matter how rich they are, it's not like we'll end up making the same kind of money. We finally got a security stunt after so long, and in the end, we're just facing a bunch of domestic robots. I could have cleared them all out by myself. Oh, she looks good. I think this is the first time I've seen their model, portraits. Wow, she looks good. And Cheetah, don't complain. I wonder what kind of personality she has. Zamishu opens her date planet, checks each item and number on it line by line. There's 10 minutes until the mission deadline. Looks like our tactical planning has room for improvement. I like the color of eyes. Amber and black. That's really nice. But then the underlay is kind of like a gray, which is really cool. Give me a sit rep on respective areas, starting with Trolla. Oh, she's so cute. She looks so cute. Roger, and she loves stars. That's her thing. 6 mechanical units eliminated in Area A. Modus core effectment clearance complete. Area B is all cleaned up. It was easy since the genius was around. She is smart, kinda stupid but smart. Area C is fine, of course. But has Griffin really been reduced to doing the artwork for rich people now? Oh, really? Wait, what? Feels like we're providing after-sales service or something. Oh yeah, they're still part of Grishin, that's right. They're still part of Grishin, I think. First full squad. It's not game over, we still started. It's true that this wasn't explicitly requested in our contract, but since our mission takes place in the residential area, it would make sense that we would handle cleanup duties here. In addition, I believe that attention to details like this demonstrates our commitment to providing good service to affect our future clients' willingness to hire us. Move. Well, I hope our employees will appreciate our attention to detail, leader. That would keep our numbers from being so dismal. Why? I know, right? Seeing how we perform so well and so efficiently, and you and have a genius like me backing if we're not hiring us is their loss. She's coping. If you count not being blown up by those little explosive gadgets of yours as a loss, then they're definitely winning big. What are you talking about? It was only 1 or 2 times. I mean, a few times at most. Your pouty face. Oh, I like her pouty face. She's just like not like a sad pouty face, but kind of like a stubborn pouty face. I like it. Looks like we've found the reason why people are hiring us less often, leader. Cheetah. Della, control good. Experiments going on, huh? Don't listen to Lynn. She doesn't know what she's talking about. but inventions are fairly reliable under most circumstances. Most? Annoyed, Cheetah spits her arms in protest. Sunlight streams from behind them and reflects faintly off something on the lawn with a golden flame. So this is cool because it's a Frostfall still part of Britain, the prior working under Hellion, which is awesome. So far we don't really know anything about what Griffin's up to. I know they fell from grace and they're not like a Timmy PMC anymore. But it's nice to see, what they're up to these days. Trololo passes as she spots the reflection. Trololo, what's wrong? There's something in the grass. She bends down and achieves an ID from under the wreckage of a robot. It's an intricately made car that reflects Glint's golden light. The circuitry-like patterns on it move slowly as she turns it. If I'm not wrong, judging by how it feels, this should be... Don't touch that, Cheetah. You don't know where it's been. Relax, leader. It's just a little experiment. I'm not going to break it or anything. Look. Cheetah leans out from behind Trololo and experimentally pokes the card with a combat knife. Its edge nicks the honeycomb pattern on the card, but then it slowly returns to their original shape. Ooh, regeneration. The patterns, they fix themselves. How's that? Cool stuff, huh? This material's called liquid phase shape memory alloy, or liquid polyalloy for short. The Jory Group just announced their patent on it recently. This is kind of a real thing. This sort of material, they have it in development. They kind of have it working a little bit, but it's really interesting. They do have something like this. Very, very early tech, but they have something like this. Like in reality. It might look small, but you can buy 10 T-doll frames for the price of this much material. We'll be set for a long time with this. I think the value part of it isn't the materials that went to making it, but the technology. Still, isn't this the property of the client? Sound like we're unauthorized to dispose of it, right? That might not be the case. We found it under this toaster, so maybe even the client doesn't know anything about it. Also, leaving valuable stuff like this laying around would make us look really unprofessional. Really? He just wants to grab it. In any case, we should be able to bring it back with us, right, leader? She's like, no. As a professional PMC, our focus should be on building long-term relationships and trust with our client, as opposed to coveting short-term financial gain. However, it is true that taking care of valuable goods would count as a value-added service. And as it turns out, it's almost time. Rob, is that storm with it, huh? Some of you tunes are weighing dials a familiar number. Miss Hellion, this is always you. Are we gonna see Hellion? Oh, shit. We haven't seen her at all, in this game yet. Please show her. Mission requirements. Frostfall Squad has eliminated the rogue security robots. We also finished recovering them Lotus core segments. I think the cunt should be able to move in without worries, though. The sound of referencing paper comes over the transmission channel. Hellion's tone seems a little more trustful than usual. Not good, huh? There she is, the hag. Understood. Dang, for an old lady, she still looks good. Look at that old uniform, wow. The Griffin uniform. You wonder how she feels, cause Kalima's gone. I think Jubert's gone too, I think. And of course, Commander's gone, so it's just like her. I wonder if she's actually running the whole show, or if she's always someone above her. No, it's good to see her. The hag. I wonder if she's still single. She's been trying to. She's been trying to find like a boyfriend for a long time. Also, we recovered an ID card on the premises. Its function is unknown. Since the card is quite valuable, we should hold on to it for the time being before handing it over to the client. Yes, that would be a good way to handle the situation. Hellion. She has like the little things under her eyes. They usually do that for like the older, like, female characters. You feel like a slight, like crow's feet on the corners of the eyes to indicate like their age. Don't you have full faith in your decisions because you always take all the relevant factors into consideration. I have also seen the efforts you and Festival Squad have made for Griffin. Thank you all for your hard work. You should consider this upcoming period to be a vacation of sorts. A vacation? So you're seeing our commissions. The sound of pages flipping comes to a halt and Helen says quietly, "Oh, did they get cancelled? Commissions got cancelled?" Just then, the next mission from Cheetah drowns out her reply. "Leader, this is bad. Those tin cans are getting back up again." TNL Beta Protocol activated. System rebooting. Target is the KISS module. Loading successful. Okay. Executing attack order. Miss Helene, the situation has changed. The rogue robots have reactivated and we need to deal with the Mesa. But if we do that, the mission might. Prioritize keeping your girls safe. If need be, you're authorized to take any and all means needed to resolve the situation. Understood. After ending the transmission, Zangyu fires off orders to Frostfall Squad. Cheetah Trolla moved up with me and suppressed them. Lynch focused her fire and eliminate the nearby targets. Remember, short control bursts only. Make sure we thoroughly destroy these robots this time. Short control bursts. Just like in Aliens. Move out. Alright. So what's going on here? TiferetEvocatus. Dude, this game's gonna become so easy once AK-15 comes out. Like, at least the story of it's getting no easy. No, that's it's Lotta. I don't want Lotta. There we go. Let's go over here. Should get. Alright, let's go over. I don't know if she's gonna reach, but we'll see. Oof, barely. Barely. It's okay though. Alright, and then Lotta. I don't think Lotta could reach with her grenade. No, she can't reach it. It's okay. Swag Hammer, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing alright today. Alright, go. I don't like this spread. I like it when all the enemies are really close, I get killed them all like here, easily. I mean, she's one-shotting your one anyway, isn't it? Alright, this is where you get countered. Yep. Yep. Bang! As the final gunshot rings out, the last of the defense robots blow up, causing a massive pile of jumped pants. Lynn puts her gun away with practice ease and unwraps a lollipop before dubbing it on, which is grazed by shrapnel. I can't believe Vax got hit by something like this. Pisses me off. See, I noticed a while back, but you seem really sensitive to pain, Lind. Why don't you turn it off in combat? Are you a masochist or something? Yeah, dolls, that's what makes dolls like really resilient, in fact they can just turn off the pain receptors. Like when they're fighting. So, that's very, very helpful. My frame moves slowly when my glucose levels are low, so it's perfectly natural to use pain to boost my reaction times. Oh, interesting. My glucose levels are always low. One turns to the side in a somewhat unnatural way. More importantly, you should be worrying about these robots, right? Why did they flip out all of a sudden? They were making noises which sounded like commands before they started back up. It seems the outburst was triggered by a programming level. Well, we shot up them one, of course, didn't we? That's it, cutting their power off. There's no way they could start up again, right? Could have been remote. Could have been remote. Well, Mystic was consulted hand. Ooh, yeah. If that made up the Zero Alloys card. And got it. It came together. The four of them seemed to realize something at the same time. This polyalloy, in other words, it was made by Gerard. Ooh, you know how strong I would be if you give that to a tactical doll? If you made the cores out of this alloy, that means even if the core is destroyed, it will still repair. Like you get back up again. That's crazy. Troidal waited to the robot's wreckage and began digging around inside. The Clip P-Tex reads GNL Beta. This is it about all that they're selling on the open market. I don't see anything like it on the product catalog either. Looks like this frame model isn't the one that's commercially available. Experiment? Is it an experiment? Drinking tea with cookies. Interesting combination. Side effect stream of the game I once hyped. Was disappointed later. You will get better since I've left. Well, you know what? It's like, I play for the story. I don't play for the gameplay, to be honest. So, like, I'm not doing like competitive stuff. I love the characters and I love this world. I'm sure there are difficult, challenging things to do, but I just haven't explored it. So, does that mean it's some kind of fancy toy dolls which people got through the internal connections? That's possible, and it's also perfectly visible that these beta models, which aren't publicly available, would have bugs in their programming. And that's not even getting into the fact that they're from the Gerard group. So far, the antagonist of this game. Are you talking about what happened with the ominous killing aside of some time back? Yes, the ripples from the robot pricing in Odessa spread far and wide. Gerard's been paying a huge amounts of penalty fees and compensation. The stock prices have also plummeted. Factor in Ruick's departure and the plane crash and the group's having to appoint a new CEO. I'm sure that even the Gerard brass must be terrified about now. There have been multiple reports of robots going berserk this month already, and there's speculation that it's linked to their broken supply chain and the chaotic internal management. That sounds like a mess. Dang. The ports force against ours. Troidal presses a button on a communications terminal and the holographic projection of a starry sky springs into existence. Of course. She taps the touchscreen and it is replaced by a clip of news broadcast. Papa, Mama, my eyes hurt. Means some child. The camera pans to the child, their eyes reddened from the thick smoke spewing from the kindergarten that was destroyed by haywire robots. That's terrifying. Robots are supposed to be the trust, care, and you fight children, they go crazy. The ruined remains of a wall are visible in the corner of the frame, covered in scattered bullet holes. An elite dressed Tourette group spokesman stands in front of the devastation, addressing the reporter. Yep, this guy's a unique model. I think it's a unique model, hadn't seen some before. Yakov. I'm the representative of this Jack Group's R&D session, Yakov Holtz. On behalf of the Gerard Group, I'd like to extend my sincerest apologies to the people affected by this incident and their families. That's bad enough. After a preliminary investigation, we have found that these robots were affected by an unknown virus, shortly before they went berserk. Currently, there is ample evidence to indicate that this was a malicious, deliberate act of destruction targeting the Gerard Group. Shifting the blame, huh? Well, I gotta make that investigation report public. As such, I wish to make our position clear to the world. We will be investigating this incident with all the resources at our disposal, and we will not give the culprits any opportunities to cause further mayhem. There's no need to worry. The Gerard Group has always made the user safety our #1 priority. I don't know yet. 3 reports of the crazy... Well, this is probably one of the 3 reports, right? That's not a good track. Not a good streak. So they're holding another press conference later to address how we intend to handle the situation. As expected from testable game with Android checks in 3D, not from Kaisha's gameplay with thespian the twins. I expected too much from a gacha. No, not to worry. It's fair, because it's some of these use is stupid strong, right? But then again, like, for these event stories, they made with like new tires in mind, so like levels 15, you know? Would I use her or anyone else? I'll be one-shotting everyone anyways. But try or ignores the Spuxen's bordative and... Well, that's a weird word. Bloviation, and shuts off the clip. I've never seen that word before. Bloviation. Wait, what does that even mean? Many new words is nice. I've never seen that one before. Bloviation. Bloviation. Talk at length, especially in an inflated or empty way. Oh. When so many people are bloviating, it's easy to dismiss all discourse as chatter. And so it's basically saying a lot of words but saying nothing. Okay. Bloviation. I'm gonna try to remember that. It's always nice to try to increase your vocabulary now. I heard a whole lot of excuses, but nothing in the way of actual compensating people. Didn't they blame the previous incident on the technical loophole or something? Now they're saying it's an external attack. They're just trying to wash their hands of everything, aren't they? Yep. Typical corporal reaction when these go on. Then bloviation is what Cal State and Arknights does all the time. Yeah, a lot of characters do that, especially if, like, even politicians, man, they do this all the time. But if someone really did infect Israel to the virus, there would probably be more victims. Leaders should continue looking into this commission. I don't know if that's in part of the commission description. I've been thinking for a bit, Sancho shakes ahead. We don't have much ammo left. Well, getting further involved wouldn't be wise. Yep. That's now what you're hired to do. Awesome. Sancho's voice trails off. However, the look on her face tells the rest of her team what she couldn't bring herself to say. Because they all know they don't have the mighty Grishans and LaFleur backing them up now. Ever since the war ended, the demand for POCs from various factions in the civilian sector has drastically declined. In addition, Griffin was forced to reconstruct and downsize. All the clients he had formed stable partnerships with Griffin in the past have ended their cooperation with Griffin in one way or another. That's so sad. Although Frostfall's efforts have secured them a few permanent customers, there are times like these where there's no business to be had. Without their beloved commander, and many of the dolls who were once their colleagues, things they can do now are very limited indeed. Makes me wonder how many dolls stayed. You know, I know a lot of them got destroyed, and like they didn't make it. I think Lee Enfield is one of them. The Tarkano sisters didn't make it, I think. There's been a number of them that didn't make it. I think Carr didn't make it either. Frostfall understands this point very well. Even so, while they might have chosen to walk different paths, at least everyone is still alive, and they still have their shared memories. At the very least, when the commander finally gets tired of wandering the Yellow Zone, she will still have a place that can be called home. I don't know if the commander will go back to Griffin. That'd be like a crazy twist. But Hellion's still here. I mean, this episode's good. Griffin exists, yeah, but they're not like super relevant anymore. They're just like I guess you could call them like a low-level PMC now. They're like the top PMC is now would be shit. What are those guys called? They're way blue. Those guys are nuts. God damn, it's the one that the heroes must worthy for. She's like their mole. God, her story was so good. It was so dark, but it was so good. At the very least, when the commander finally gets tired of wanting you, okay. There's, you know what they need? There's some dolls that are still stuck in the y'all zone. Who was it? There's one of them where they both went together, and then like they were lost in the desert, and there was like a settlement far away that they could get to, but they didn't have enough power for both of them to make it. So one of them took out a power supply and gave it to the other doll, so the doll can make it to the settlement. So she left her behind. I forgot who it was, but I hope they can go back and like retrieve her. You know, get some power to her. Same with our cat box. Was it G41? TFL. Was it? I think it was G41. Yeah, G41. G41. There's the lot of side stories that you can read in this game about some of a lot of the dolls that haven't been introduced into the story or the event stories yet. G41 is one of them. It's the one that, you know, people are always wondering if that one's a fox or if it's a cat, but you, the artist, doesn't know if it's a fox or a cat. But she's in a cave somewhere, just like feral, right now, killing anyone who tries to get close. And I hope they could find her and getting out of there, because he's gonna run out of power eventually. For that reason alone, they will do their best to keep Griffin going. Sirach must be pretty big still. Would work for them because they helped us cats Sangus Fairy wing leaders. Speaking of Sangus Fairy, I mean, their company is around still, but they still produce starter gates. They're more like, they sell a lot of stuff to civilians and things like that. They're a household, they make like household like robots and things now. They're still around. And we are going to get a Sangus doll in this game. Oh, it's so cool. We're gonna get her. It's Fetusa. There've been two, because there's been two dolls. The first event with a creepy doll, that was Labertia. She's also a Sangus fairy doll. I wonder if they can dig her up. I think we'll be able to dig her up and dig her and, you know, maybe have her join the crew, because she's a strong doll, dude. So, Micah saves M16 and Cygnus for the last moment. The ringleaders? I don't know if we'll see the ringleaders. I mean, I don't know if I still want to count Dandelion as part of that. I mean, she's around. Yeah, she's very helpful. She's like very much around a lot. She's very involved. Now I guess you won't count her as Cygnus. She's her own thing now. But Dandelion's here. The female of the hand is still, you know, what's her name's Frame? Shit, I forgot her name. But yeah, Fetusa and Lambertia. I hope I'm so gonna fix Lambertia, but Fetusa's coming. She's a Sanctus fairy doll, so it's really cool that they at least have one. It would be nice to at least have a mention of some of the ringleaders. We get a glimpse of them. Yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Arcanist would be really cool. They're still tense and they must face limitations of the circumstances and accept the knowledge of their powerlessness and accompanies this realization. After sensing the dejection among your team, Songju softens it to him a little. I'll make a note of the potential risk in our debriefing. Even if we can't do a thing about it now, I'm sure it'll be useful in the future. It's not like there's nothing that can be done, right? Frostful squad heads back to the vehicle, while Linda lags behind, connecting her data port to the one of the robots and downloading some of the data to herself. Well, I don't know how it might help. Let's just be a copy of it for now. Ooh, forward thinking, I like that. Even though they can't actively investigate, at least they have some data about what's going on. No, I personally think that allows for Kosanai too, by allowing the dolls to have like their own names. I think that took away a lot of like the value of the dolls, because sure they're still the same, you know, personality wise, and the imprints are still the same, but having them named after a weapon, that's like a huge part of their identity, you know? I mean, I don't mind either way, but I still think it'd be nice just to have them keep their, imprint names. Twin deficit. In order to prevent the situation from getting worse, a solution to our financial woes must be found. Inside the meeting room of Griffin's main building in the Green Zone, late at night, Frostfall Squad is conducting their usual after-action review. Wow, Griffin lives in the Green Zone? How comfortable. It's bedtime already. Why are we still having a meeting now? Bedtime. Already trying to slack off? Vader usually works to the entire night on overtime, you know. Then this'll be off for the day. Awesome, I'll be off now. Gina's brains need their beauty sleep. Even though it also technically needs to, but... Hey on. Before Cheetah can hop out of her seat, she feels Sasha's hand pushing her back down. We're done with the AR, but there are other things that we need to talk about. Saying so, Sung-Hyu flicks Troll's her band and brings her mind back from gazing at the stars twinkling outside. While I believe in avoiding Halister over time, there are some things regarding Frostfall Squad's future involvement in that merit discussion. Have a look at this. Sung-Hyu's fingers fly across the terminal and the screen displays a spreadsheet checkered in red and green. Is this a record of her squad's finances? I prefer to call them by their guns' names. Wife can't force me to say unholy words like boy, mestina, or macchiato. Yeah, some of them I'm okay with calling them by their new names, but I still call some of the dolls by their OG names. Yes, the green cells represent our income from the past, and the red cells show our expenses. That's weird, we got a lot of jobs last month, didn't we? How come there's so many red cells? And the most common type of expenses, liability compensation. Mission number RT-04003045. The client's matching was damaged in the squad's explosion, to the extent that a deformed gate forced him to climb through a window to get home. The compensation was 4 times the payment received. Damn. So they worked to flee and was at a loss. That sucks. Mission number RD-04010072. The client's car window was shattered by gunfire from the squad, leading to the client's right arm being gashed by glass fragments. The compensation was 3 times the payment received. God damn, that sucks. She's getting mad. Hey, she started getting mad. Mission number ID-04011745. Her expression changed. The client demanded double the value of furniture stored by an explosion created by the squad. It's always explosions. The compensation was 5 times the payment received. Oh my god. That is so bad. Her eyes. Looking at this, it seems a certain genius of eyes featured heavily in all these incidents. Am I wrong? It's Cheetah. She has her blondes. She's still sugar addict. Yeah, she's still sugar addict. She gets really mad if she doesn't have anything. What? You got some nerve pointing fingers at me, Lind. Half of those incidents were caused by you and your lack of jury discipline, leading to stuff getting shot up. I'll deal with the 2 of you later. In any case, Griffin's financial situation won't be in the red next month, which means our living expenses will have to be cut too. Oh no! In the red? Damn, Griffin used to be so wealthy. This is bad, man. I feel bad. Then our candy budget? 0. Oh no. Oh no. Linda's not gonna be happy. Cheetah and Lynn both exclaim in shock. Seriously? No candy? No, that's funny how, like, the first thing that she was concerned about was candy rather than, like, hey, maybe R&R or some, like, new clothes or anything like that. Food. Her first thought went straight to candy. Now we'll be able to handle situations like this, but we haven't had that many commissions to begin with this month, and although our many commissions have been put on hold too. Oh, that's why Hellion said it was a vacation. Aw, man. So the commissions got cancelled for the most part? Yeah, this sucks. Therefore, we need to find a way to salvage our financial situation before it gets worse. They're in the green zone, so they're kind of far away from everyone else. I would say go to Zakaro and maybe Springfield give you guys like part-time jobs, but she's not there anymore. She's under like a different management. What if you sold this Genius's inventions? Cheetah's inventions are all original and genuine. Those rich folks in the White Zone will be falling over themselves to buy them up, I guarantee it. Why would those wealthy people want to buy them? Are they tired of losing, perhaps? Hey, dang. Nice comeback. Indeed, the safety of those products is a concern. Proposal denied. Aww. Gotta get some proper patents, girl. I mean, at least she had an idea, right? You gotta give her that. She had an idea. Perhaps we could try taking on some personal commissions. The legality and safety of those commissions are questionable and cannot be verified. Proposal denied. Yeah. Now that you mention it, don't we have some big assets gathering dust in the logistics department? You know, those helicopters, that big tugboat, and all that other crap? Our missions now don't call for that stuff. So can we sell them off for something? Those assets are essential for emergency situations and cannot be casually discarded. Proposal denied. That would have to go through Hellion. This doesn't work, and that doesn't work. Is there anything we can sell for some quick cash? Oh yeah. What about that ID card we picked up earlier today? Miss Hunt discussed it with our client and refused to claim it, and the Griffin can dispose of it as we see fit. Oh nice! That's a lot of money, right? Sounds great. Let's sort off to an underkind broker then. This tries so hard to come up with ideas just to get candy. It's kind of hilarious. Didn't Cheetah say it was super valuable? That means we ought to be able to hold out for a good long time if we do. Proposal denied. What? Why am I? Nye. You're even going to deny that too? Well, we do have the addresses for any other gun brokers and Griffins and systems. I mean, there's Perry. You could contact MP5. She's technically a broker. No, I mean, they don't even have any fixed premises or anything. What kind of information will they possibly have on them? Can we use public trade platforms to work out this deal? If such avenues are available to them, they wouldn't be undergun brokers. In other words, it's too risky. Proposal denied. See, now I wonder why we're this sixth person, because she should know that Perry is a broker. Well, let me get you didn't really talk to her that much during the tournament event. The days big conflicts to go on, no more take, no more mech, no more nothing. I next wonder how they probably only have full dummies. Because for this commission, there was just them, just the main unit. They don't have dummies anymore. Shit, they're strapped if they haven't have dummies. Zhangzhu looks around at her teammates, who all seem a little out of it. She feels her head beginning to ache. While she'd already expected that finding a solution would be difficult, she wasn't expecting them to not make any progress at all. For us, first squad's role is too poorly designed. We take on any kind of assignment, but that also makes it harder for clients to choose us over our peers, who have more specialized skill sets. Oh. So they're not on salary, huh? Each squad is financed by themselves? That's interesting. It kinda sucks. It seems just focusing on service details isn't enough. So they're like a jack-of-all-trades squad. The dummies are out of the lore now, seems like. Well, let's see. I think, the command had a few dummies prior to being jumped by the Verjagers. In the first, the beginning of the game. So you says Qualing gives up a continuing the discussion. We'll end today's meeting here then. I'll go talk to Australian again and see what other assets we have available to us. Dismissed. Dang, financial troubles. Half an hour later, someone stalks the quiet corridor, frazzled from lack of sleep. It's not like I don't understand where Lida's coming from, but she's being a bit too cautious, isn't she? Don't do it. Don't you do things behind her back. Girls' squad and fourth were already helping the commander, while Eva and the others are helping Kalina too. Meanwhile, we're stuck treading water in the green zone, all curled up into a ball and trying to think of how to make a living. Yeah, that's probably one of the problems, because the green zone has, for the most part, very small amounts of conflict going on. If they want to make money, they gotta move to, the white zone, or even the yellow zone. Maybe base out of the white zone. But definitely the yellow zone's where the money's at. There's always stuff going on there. Violent things. It really pisses me off. In any case, it's a scribbled ID card while Lita and Helly and I talking. Oh, what's she doing? After making up her mind, then opens the door to Hellian's office. However, the scene depicted in her visual model comes off as a bit of a surprise. Is someone there? In the moment, checks through the window and eliminates the corner of Hellian's desk. They're very suspicious three characters there, rummaging around like they're looking for something. After confirming that the object bobbing around on a thief's head is a beret, Lynn breathes a sigh of relief. I guess she's not the only one who's thought the same thing. She suddenly circles around behind Berkeley and stops her on the back. Oi, Cheetah. These two are probably going at it all the time. Well, it's explained by the commander that being poor and not being able to grip his job with 4 dummies. Yeah, Vim? Yeah. Yeah, it's just to financial things. They just don't have the money for them. Plus, the meetingness is to work on the network. Mailing would never get sleep. The sudden smack starts Tita so badly that she curls up to the fetal position and grabs her head. Caretaker, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to come here and steal stuff. Please give me a chance to turn over a new... Is that what she calls Elliot? Caretaker's caretaker? The heck? But... Quite you, I'm not necessarily, it's me. Your eyes are glazed eyes. Huh? Chia looks back and giggles at Lind. Well, where was you, Lind? Just scared the hell out of me. What are you doing here? I'm pretty sure you know already. Bless me. Oh. So you had the same idea as me, namely to sell off the ID card, am I right? Congratulations on arriving at the same conclusion as the team's brain. Wasn't I the one who suggested that? Also, if you're searching for the ID card, you should be looking over there, right? Then points to a code-locked safe behind the door. Blue? When did caretaker move it there? Why does she call her that? Thank you for the blessing. Caretaker's caretaker. Huh. Who cares? The important thing is that our genius can finally be put to use. You should have something that can open safes, right? Show me what it can do. Of course I do. It's just a safe. I can open it in just 3 seconds. Cheetah produces an unlocker from her pocket and connects it to the safe. 3, 2, 1. Click. Wow, it worked. As the bolt slides back, the two of them open the safe door. The gleaming ID card lies inside, quietly. How's that? Are you now aware of this team's invention? Isn't it amazing? That's actually very convenient, to be honest. Yeah, it is. Lynn nods, slips the card into a waistband pocket before heading out the door, leaving Cheetah staring dumbfoundedly at where the card used to be. Huh? Walking off just like that is really rude, you know. Aren't you going to discuss your next move with the genius? Also, should you show some respect? I mean, I'm the one who opened the lock, you know. Honey, Faye, are you considering not to hear me? You should be singing praises of my genius. God, this girl's... she's like a dog, a little dog. Linda raises her finger and signals to Cheetah to hush. Then she beckons behind her, indicating that Cheetah should follow. Well, we're the ones who caused most of the trouble anyway, so we might as well go settle it together. Her? Settle what? The money problem. The key point of getting this was to sell your money, right? I know an underground broker, and he just so happened to be at one of his old hangouts today. Come with me. Oh, going behind your leader's back. I don't know. Lightless alley. It's not only terror that drives the darkness, but profit. Alright, who is this broker? She said he. Cheetah follows Lynn to see a seedy little alley in the yellow zone. Oh, then the yellow zone now? Oh, that didn't take long. The nearby street lamps crackle and blink every now and then. The ground is covered with beer bottles and other junk, and the air is so redolent with rotting stench born from the unholy fusion of expired alcohol and food scraps. But what? Is this the old hangout you were talking about? Can anyone who lives here really afford to buy that polyalloy card? You can find underground brokers anywhere. Why make a big deal of it? Rather than worry about not being able to find a buyer, you should be thinking. You should think about what you'll do if Robert Sunny show up. Linda reaches into her waistband pocket. The hard sensation there helps covering your head down a little. Relax, we're both super strong tactical dolls, aren't we? Who would be dumb enough to try and mug us? Do not underestimate the stupidity of people. MP7. MP should be our most give culture to us. Oh, Saga? Yeah, I mean, we only know, like, Wallace MP5's one. There's Podernitsa, and then there's Saga. There's that guy, that bad guy, Jakob. But he's not, you know, he'll probably pop up again. But for now he's like out of business, so who knows what's gonna happen with that guy. Well, yeah, how did you meet that broker anyway? You know how he keeps asking for materials for your inventions, especially the stuff with the really weird names? I can only get those through less than legal channels. Well, that's how he's just trying to, he helps her out with her inventions. That's pretty cool. Did you only realize that just now? Well, so that's how it works. I guess this broker guy really helped us out a lot. Useful scene going on. Welcome. I'm suddenly filled with confidence about this trade. After hearing you say that, any confidence I had is gone. In other words, just shut up and let her do all the talking. Linda comes to a halt in front of a neon sign that seems to as a bar. Right, this is it. We'll do things like we discussed. I'll talk to the broker or you keep watch outside. Huh? Are you sure you don't want to let everyone's beloved genius who is truly handled the interaction? No. No. She have to give a mind for business. She'd have to give a mind for that. I've already dealt with him several times before, so I'll probably have better luck haggling with him. You can take that mouth of yours and squawk if you see anything funny. Lind continues down another one-way alley and arrives at a rusty door gate. She knocks slightly on it and it cracks open a hair shortly afterwards. A white face is visible in the gap. A man exchanges looks with Lind, then nods and opens the door, guessing for her to enter. Here. Unlike the dreary sunk streets, inside the bar is lively and bustling. Several dogs are sitting around the table and drinking beer, their massive frames making the chairs creak with every move they make. Lind seems to have anticipated all this. She heads over to the counter and sits down next to a man in a ball cap. It's been a while. Despite the fact that she's talking to the broker, Lind doesn't turn to look at him. Instead, her eyes casually roam the drink racks in front of her. Hey, she's good. It's easy to pick out of a crowd at least. Okay, he has a generic design, so he's a nobody. I was hoping we'd have like another kind of like a mainstay side character. So P7 seemed to be more of a ball tech in TiferetEvocatus. Snapped him off, yeah, it's not put in its word saga. Well, you know, it's been 10 years. I'm pretty sure a lot of the dolls have changed. A lot. Even Springfield changed to an extent. Looks like this is going to be a good day. Another good deal just walked up. Let me think. The last time I saw you was... It seems you've got a wall of text you want to dump on me, but I'll just skip it if you don't mind. I didn't come here to listen to your reminisce. Dang, and straight to the point. I like it. I've got something now to be pretty valuable and I'd like you to take it off my hands. Say so, Lynn reaches into her waistband pocket and exposes part of the card. Good, she didn't take it all out. First he patented but Jord Goop. You interested? That opens that too valuable, because he'll try to get it through like dirty means. On seeing the card, the broker tenses up to a more relaxes the next second. He takes the door to a ATM on the corner, then he was revealing a gloomy face. With that, the liquid phase and sheet memory alloy, that is rare, so it'd also be a bit troublesome. But if the price is right, there'll be no shortage of buyers. Provided, of course, that there's nothing wrong with the goods. You can't just say you want to test it, you know. Phew, snarky. Then humps quietly, then places the card on the table before signing it over to the broker. He picks up the card and examines it in the dim light of the bar, then takes out a small knife from his waist. Edge glides across the surface of the card, and the honeycomb pattern on it ripples and cleaves. After seeing this, the book nods. That's polyalloy, all right. How much do you want for it? This much will do. Lynn shows him a number. The broker doesn't respond right away, instead wax and thoughtful. The card's hand drums against the table with a tap tap tap. Rare goods have a lot of value as collector's items. Unfortunately, I don't have enough cash on hand to pay you in full. That's not bueno, no bueno. Do that up front and none at all. What does that mean? Are you going to buy out on credit? Nope, that's not good business. Know what I'm saying? You said if I had 10 minutes, I could get my boys to bang the full sum over. My boys to bring the fist sum over, or boys are gonna show up and try to like steal it. You know? That's I know I gotta be careful about these brokers. Can't we trust them? Obviously I have like history with them. But as a trader, understand that time is money, so at the end, the boss and your client. 10 minutes. That's a long time in a dangerous place. Having said his piece, the Bronco waits for Lynn's reply. If it's just 10 minutes, I can wait. Thank you for placing your trust in me. It seems the Bronco is pleased by the answer because his smile almost perceptibly. Yes, he smiles almost imperceptibly and raps on the table. The dogs see it by the entrance, get up and squeeze the bulky frames out the front door. The folding metal gate creaks mournfully. After that, the broker snaps his fingers and someone places a steaming cup of coffee in front of Land. The sweetness of the double-sugared beverage allows her frazzled nerves to relax a little. This seems to be the first time I've sold you something, right? Thought you'd want to haggle more about the price. I've never skimped on the money as long as the goods are worth it. That's Matt's principle as a businessman. Maybe it's worth more than Lint, proposed. So, if I'm not wrong, the last time I saw you, you were alone. Turns out you guys stuff a crew pretty fast. Is this the secret to making it big in business? Well, I've been slumming at all of the Ozons for so many years. Makes sense to get a few buddies, right? Strictly speaking, though, that isn't the secret to making it big in business. That would be profitable, that's a dangerous statement to make. The Sam scattered footsteps echo down the hall, an alleyway headed for the bar. Then glances through the window and sees several Vayegers walk past. Oh shit. Not the Vayegers. And when an opportunity comes to kill two birds with one stone, no businessman would fears. Yep, he's gonna try to steal it. Click. Lynn hears the crisp sound of chambering round from behind her. She turns and sees the broker's mouth twist into a savage grin. The muzzle's got a point between her eyes. Just then she gets a transmission from Cheetah. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I saw a bunch of armed Vayegers hanging towards the bar just now. Way to keep your eyes. What's wrong with the signal here? Hello? Jamming. Land, the Vayegers hitched the bar. Be careful. Wow, thanks, Cheetah. The warning came just in time. Yeah. The sarcasm. The sarcasm. Famous of the late. The pack of Vayegers burst into the bar and they all point guns at Land. Then shakes her head, ignored Cheetah's repeats hello over the channel and turns and the up on her gun. I was hoping we could settle this in a civilized way, but looks like that's not an option anyway. Fine then. I've been pissed off all night, time to get out on you. Why would you try to pull guns on a tactical doll? Especially a Griffin tactical dolly. Crazy? And with Vayegers can take them down, but they need a lot of them. And even held a straight up ambush to do it. I knew it. You're only poacher when it comes for a sight, aren't you?
Hi, honey.
I don't know. I love these at all. I love these. Do you want to have something made for me like this? So I could use it in my streams and stuff. Have a filter that goes across the audio thing that kind of bounces around. I love it. That's way cool. Well, but how did things end up like this? Did negotiations break down to something? Rather than not successful, should I say it was too successful? Either way, it seems the fight is unavoidable. I would not attack Turnier with the automatic shotgun. Yeah, right. Hell, he only did it because he haven't take damage, but Dan did take so much damage. Even 416, lost eye in her event. I think he lost, muscle leg, and she's still fighting. It's insane what these dolls can do. Time for the genius to show her brilliance. I did use Cheetah when the game first started. She was way easy. Yeah, it's a long spread out year. Alright, we'll just have 416 take out one side. 416's so cheap, man. But she's gonna fall off. Oh, there's one over here too? I don't know if I'm gonna reach that one. Oh, I can. Nice. Then again, my 4 seat's pretty souped up, so... Alright, there we go. And cook. They're cool, yeah, that's true. I remember when that actually is. I kind of wish that the events kind of scaled, like the difficulty scale to level up that the objectives. Like, scale to like average power or something. Because these events are like so freaking easy if you're going in with like fully maxed out goals. Wait, I'm missing one. Oh, there is one over there. Okay. I'm like, wait a second. I love Silmi, man. I love Silmi. Someone hasn't remade the Silmi models for Helldivers. I love playing Helldivers as like tactical DAWs. It's so much fun. Daka daka daka. Tongues of fire step from gun muzzles, riddling the door with sparks. Unable to hold up its own weight, it collapses with a loud crash, and limited to take opportunity to escape the bar. The sounds of gunfire, the Riegas yelling, and the girls' frantic footsteps blend together in the pitch-black alleyway. Savages, all of them. Lynn shoots an exasperated look at Cheetah. What are you looking at me for? I'm not the genius. If not for the genius Shirok and Shvetian, you'd be in even bigger trouble now, right? If we hadn't started chucking smoke bombs around all of a sudden, I could have gotten the RD card back. Oh no, I didn't lost it. You mean shitting off the guys chasing us isn't important at all? No, I didn't lost the card. Just as Cheetah finishes, several more Jaegers show up at the entrance to the alleyway and point the guns at the duo. Aw, man. Then grabs Cheetah and yeeks her to an alley into this side alley. Several bullets hit the wall behind the place where they were a moment ago, throwing up wisps of dust. How escape routes for plant have been cut off by our Jaegers. What will we do now? Do you have any other backups routes? Well, if there's no way out, why not just make one? Then Shishbin Cheetah pulls the trigger. A hail of buckshot forces pursuing the Jaeger's back, and they duck behind cover. Gallery. Ben Lund swings her muzzle over and takes out the Jaegers, trying to ambush them from the flanks. Just as the two of them were about to make their breakout, yet another squad of Jaegers appears in front of them. Now it's a boss model. There they are, don't let them get away. Over here, Lind, on your three. The two of them hurry deeper into the alley, but find that it leads into a forbiddingly high wall. They could jump it. The shouts of three, I guess, go solder behind them. We got them cornered, boss. They're in a dead end. Get the boys over here. They're not getting away this time. Damn it. There's no end to them, these goddamn cockroaches. After checking her ammo and discovering that she's running out, Min looks at Cheetah. How many more of those bombs do you have? Let me see. Oops, I think I just do the last one. Damn. Lim looks at the walls, but it doesn't seem surmountable by effort alone. The sound of footsteps growing increasingly louder reminds her of the reality that the Jaegers are going to reach them any minute now. They're out of time. If you don't climb my shoulders and get out of here. What? I said climb my shoulders and get out of here. I'll stay behind to cover you. Hurry. So you're telling me to escape ahead of you? Hell no. If somebody's going to be covering someone else, I can do it for you too. Your frame is smaller and you're more mobile than me. Your chances of escape are higher than mine. But... No buts. One person escaping is better than none at all, right? We've taken out so many hostage rescue missions already. Just think of it as my turn to be saved this time. And there, they're all the way at the end. We don't have time for this. Go, Cheetah. Cheetah can hear the Jaeger's footsteps approaching. She grits her teeth and then vaults over the wall with Lynn's help. She looks back and sees the Jaeger swarming Lynch, who fiercely fires into the horde. Oh, no, is she gonna die? Well, I mean, she's still part of Griffin, so she needs to get back down. I'll come back for you, Lind. Wait for me. Maybe she's gonna die. Maybe. I mean, she's still like manhandle them, you know? Take the weapons. Like scattered grades, when one's life is threatened, an exception can be found to any rule. Yes, that's true. That's like morality-breaking decisions right there. Ooh, this track book, eh? Oh, that was good. On the outskirts of the Yellow, Frostfall's court follows the signal to its endpoint. All you find is a patch of sandy dirt surrounded by an endless expanse of wasteland. Over here, Lynn signals close by. Is this where the trail ends? They must have jammed it starting from this point. Trollo, can you make any contact by radium? Connection failed. This communicator is probably not in range. Did it take her away? Let me see, when was the last time Lynn's signal showed up? It was roughly 5 hours ago. Trollo looks around. There's nobody else here besides Frostfall Squad. A gust of wind blows, and the shield's footsteps are instantly covered up by the sand. Even a trackster 5 minutes ago would be hard to find, let alone 5 hours. You know you're the one with all the clues now. Think carefully. Did you see anything noteworthy during the battle? If I tell you about noteworthy stuff. What are you looking at me for? It's now like Jinx's heroic intervention who'd be in even bigger trouble now, right? If Yanstor took his smoke bombs around that was set in, I could have gotten that ID card back. A lot of the gotchas are such towards. This one, though, the dailies are very fast in this one compared to a lot of them. Only because the fact that you'd auto, like, skip battles. Come to think of it, those arenas are acting really weird. They're not really gotten the poly-elder card, so why would they need to pursue us so hard? What? So this wasn't just a robbery, but deliberate doll kidnapping. Also, there were tons of Jaegers, and they all blocked off all the escape routes we planned beforehand. How many of them were there? About 6, 7, or 7 squads were it, at the very least. Oh shit. Damn. Now full-ass army. That is strange indeed. The Jaegers usually think of underground brokers as easy targets to do, due to the difference in fighting strength, so both sides tend to think poorly of each other. While there are some small number of persons limit with the Jaegers, an operation like this is far beyond the ability of a single broker to control. In other words, it's not much that the broker was in league with the Jaegers, but there was someone with troops of their own running the whole show from behind the scenes. Some Hugh Potter's flesh you. Was there anything special about these Jaegers? Something special? Let me think. I've got it. They were wearing badges with strange. They said they shouldn't have left like a dagger on them. It was like, just like. What do you know? What do you know? Here, picking up an unknown signal nearby, approaching us from the south. The whir of an engine precedes the slight of a grey to crustingly sand dune. The sight. Thick black smoke spews from behind it as a noise shatters the peaceful silence of the desert. Just like that signal that jeep. Yeah, nice coincidence. They were the ones chasing me and Lynn lastly. Upon realizing that Lynn might be on that vehicle, Frostfell squads across the Titans took grip on their guns. Flash just well prepared for battle and just took that vehicle. She's like, yeah, it just so happens that it's that one. Oh, there's a lot of them here. Ooh. Okay, easy. The more that are congested, the more that Lada can blow them up. Yeah. God, that's so disgusting. It was disgusting. And there you go, half the map is gone. It's like... She's her unit's stupid strong, man. It's only gonna get a worse break if 15 comes in. Whatever. Get him, Somi. Yeah, early game, the gameplay in the early game was fun in this game, because things were actually tough. Damn it, they got the jump on us. As the bullets hit the tires, the Reagans realize that something's off and frantically pull hard on the steering wheel. Retreat, retreat! You think you can run? Not so fast. Bearing 035 degrees, ready to fire. The Frostwell squad sees a moment of fire as one. With a loud crash, the jeep finally gives up the ghost, skidding for a distance before overturning. Eric. Leader, we've intercepted the vehicle. I'm heading in to search it. Leader, I didn't find Lynn on the vehicle, but I found that broker from yesterday who dealt with us. Hey, that's info right there. Cheetah drags the chest up Delka from the crash jeep and dumps him on the ground like a sack of potatoes. The impact knocks his gas mask off, revealing a grimace on his face. Dolls? If that's so surprising, you should have seen a lot of dolls recently. For instance, the one who tried to sell you that Poly Alley card last night. What did you do with her? Damn, it's only been 5 hours. It's about to not bad for response time and tracking him down. Kidnapping Zerguli is so hard to track down so fast. So you press their gun against the Broca's head. The Broca laughs in a threatening way as if his oranges and give means nothing to him. So that's how risky the deal turned out to be. If I'd known, I would have asked that guy for more. Don't change the subject. Some of you chaps temple their gun, for emphasis, and the pay makes the Broca wins. I will ask you one more time, what did you do to land, and who is that guy? Okay, fine. According to the code of the brokers, I shouldn't be telling you who hired me. However, I think exceptions can be made from where your life is at risk. The broker stretches out his right hand and draws a number in the air. He calls himself Holmes. He showed me a picture of the doll to bring in and made me an offer I couldn't refuse. No, it's the R&D dude, some Dread group. As for whether it was a fake name or what he wanted the doll for, beats me. It's way above my pay grade, so to say. Now as I think about it, during VSK's event, they came across... Was it VSK's event? Yes, it's during her that they came across a database of special and elite dolls that the Dry Group was interested in. And her name was on it. I think maybe Len's name was on it. And there was another one. Shit, what was the other one's name? She's coming to the game soon. Let me see. What the heck was her name? I think it was DP12. Yeah, I think it was DP12. Her name was on it too. There's a few more. And apparently they already got their hands on some of them. So only he was physically surprised to hear that name. Leader, what's wrong? So I'm not wrong, the client for Mrs. commission at the mansion was also called Hunks. And according to the client information he submitted, this Mr. Holtz ought to be the young master of a toy company. Wait, seriously? Why would some little prince from a toy company even want with Lind? I'm not sure, but I'm sure that Miss Hellian's information is correct. Where did she hand her over? It was due south from here, at a port at the end of the Elsa. Ew. Still, if you ask me, we can talk terms here and make mutually profitable X. Zoe decided that there's nothing more she can laugh from him and cuts off his blather with the gun butt to the back of his head. She then knocks out the rest of Ryuga's, and Nooks as well. Oh, They should have grabbed the card from him. Later, since you know where Linda is, we should head out right away. Controller emerges from a jeep, waving to Sanchi with ID card in hand. Yes, they got it. Nice. Thank you for the coin. Cheers. Nice, to got the ID. Search complete. Have it covered the Ply Allo card? Yes, Lynn might be in danger, so we should move quickly. Frostfell squad, head toward the point at maximum speed. I don't have enough energy. I need to bring like extra, like power cells. Backwoods wine and VIP guests. The shadow below the crystal goblet is harder to clean away than wine stains. The veil of night settles over the quiet port. Rusted cranes stand in formation by the waterlight, testament to its past glory. Currently, most of the street lamps by the shore are damaged, blinking on and off intermittently. Damn, this seems adding me a functioning port. Frostfall squad hovels in the dark corner of the port, studying a massive cruise liner moving to appear. The luxury vessel stands in stark contrast to the dilapidated port. Its hull and surroundings are illuminated like daytime by high-powered searchlights. What people are boarding. Trollo studies the gangway intently through the binoculars she's holding. This will be the 11th group tonight. Security guards in black uniforms stand on the gangway. They step forward and halt the two people who are approaching them. One of them is a well-dressed gentleman takes out a card from his pocket and hands it to the cards. To verify and guess that any of the guard returns it to him, with both hands executes a picturesque, perfect 45-degree bow before gesturing to the guest as accompanying doll to board the vessel. Ooh, an accompanying doll? Who could this be? Most of the guests are accompanied by dolls. I surmise that this holds kidnapped Lind. He might have brought here aboard as his companion doll. Even the way they're dressed, I'd say there's some kind of party in there. But then why would they need so many dolls for a party? It's just weird. Also, our current location can be considered the border between the green and yellow zone. So why would these rich people from the white zone come all the way to join an ordinary party here? Trullo, why are you looking at me? I was just surprised. It turns out that even you can say something useful at times, Cheetah. Damn. She didn't think much of her. Dang. Ah, sir, he shots at me now that Linda's gone, Trullo. That's funny. Seeing that Cheetah's about to flip out, some of you strategically clears the throat to get the conversation back on track. We probably only learn the answer to those questions after we go in there. Cheetah, do you have any audience that could help us sneak on board the cruise ship? Of course I do, I recommend using this Genius's tactical grappling claw. A gentle throw sends it out to the deck whereupon it latches on tight and then you can swing over with a whoosh. Why would you have that? You just happen to have it. Sanji looks around and sights around the cruise line and shakes her head in resignation. Anything else? How about this imitation dolphin? We could hide under it and swim over to the liner, then wait until they're not looking before climbing aboard. Imitation dolphin? What the... Oh... Maybe they could put in for Jaegers and Robin. That would they could have. Jaegers are not considered protected, so yeah. Cheetah, the plan is to sneak in and try the attention of the people on this ship. I knew it. I was clearly imagining things I met that Cheetah could be useful. Yeah. She is useful though. She does have some gadgets that are really useful. Hey, I heard that Trollo. Fine then, why don't you come up with a solution of your own? If stealth is an option, let's just walk right in. What? It looks like the cruise line is for members only. While the perimeter security is very tight, the security procedures for boarding seem fairly simple. All guests have to do is show their ID. And this is where they were showing. This is what they were showing to the cards. Cholo takes out the polyalloy kite he carves in the broker and puts it in Soisha's hands. So we'll be posing yes, guess then. Yup, based on what we saw just now, it's not unusual for a guest to board in the company of Vidal. So we should be able to get 2 people in there. As for whether there will be first secured measures after we get in,
thank you.
That remains to be seen.
Machine supremacy.
Yes, that's a kind of a risk. To take use of ham for the follow. Cheers, cheers. This is the only plan they have, which seems even the slightest bit workable, and every moment wasted will only increase the chances of Lynn meeting with danger. So it comes to a conclusion. That's fine. We'll leave 1 person outside to spot any changes in the situation and minimize the risk of failing the mission. I'll disguise myself as guest, as for Trollo, Cheetah. Taunju glances at Cheetah, whose face full of anticipation imagines what might happen if Cheetah is allowed to roam free on her own. Scenes of the port, being leveled by explosions and other kinds of devastation all fill her mind. In other words, I can't leave her alone. She is... Keep one second, me love my cow. Alright, I'm back. I think I'll bring Cheetah in with me. Troll, stay outside and help analyze the vessel structure. Make sure you maintain constant contact with Griffin HQ. Got it. Why can't they get more squats from Griffin to help? Trollo nods and raises binoculars again. Now, there are many issues. How to hide the glossiness of her dull synthetic dermis. That's easy, leader. Just leave it to me. At last, it's time for my genius invention, Skinwalker Spray, to shine. Skinwalker Spray? Jeez. Soon Trollo's watching Zaiju and Shisha approaching the gangway through her binoculars. Greetings, your identification, please. Zaiju has the ID card, with her left hand. The right is behind her back, feeling it's for her dagger. The guard eyes Sanju warily. Is something wrong, madame? Are you not feeling well? I feel a little hot under the shirt slits. Be quick about it, please. The guard sticks the card to the reader. There's a cut beep and the word success appears on the screen. Geez, what are the chances? We apologize for discomfort, madame. Welcome aboard the Novelist, madam. We hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you. Zoe nods and collects ID card, then she gently drags Cheetah along into the depths of the cruise liner. Wow, jeez. Look at that chandelier. Atlanta's interior is decorated in Baroque style, with crystal chandeliers hanging high overhead, filling the hall with brilliant illumination. Guests in fancy clothing pay flutes of champagne as they converse in small groups. The sound of laughter and clinking glasses fills the air. Zombie and Cheetah only charged his side glances as they entered the hall. Those guests who noticed them merely raised their glasses and slid before turning away to re-immerse themselves in the revelry. Wow, is this some of the rich stove parties? Look at all this luxury. Leader, look, they decorated this wall with collapse pieces. Can it grab us you on our way out? No your voice, Cheetah. There are many guests and security personnel here. We need to keep a low profile and avoid drawing unnecessary attention. A line of security robots roll between them in an orderly manner. They split up and slowly roll to the areas to the left and right. Zorju watches them as they head into the depths of the hall. The left contains a dining hall and a shopping area, while the right has the bar and the lounge. Which ones are we going to check out first, Leader? Time is tight, so for efficiency's sake, we should split up. Cheetah, you go left and I'll go right. We'll meet back here in 10. Got it, see you later then. I know, it would be okay to have a doll blooming around by herself. The bar that joins the casino is livelier than the main party hall. Wow. I've never been on a cruise liner. I wonder if they're really this fantastic looking. The guests gather in small groups and an occasional laugh escapes them. Some of the guests are red-faced with anger, loudly bemoaning their luck or lack thereof. People juice, please. Zombie takes a drink from a passing waiter's tray and leans on the bar, quietly listening to conversation between the guests. Soon her attention is drawn by a nearby commotion. Hey, barkeep, give me and my friend here a glass of left PM, but focus on. Zoijo looks to the side. Two businessmen are walking in from the bar entrance, arm over shoulders, headed for the counter. Upon noticing what's going on, the people turn around. The people around them seem to be the Fae or in awe of the status, because they immediately clear past them and give the pair wet berth. I haven't seen you here in so long. Where have you been recently? In a handsome business summer family side, so I had to attend a whole bunch of gatherings and parties. Took a lot of doing to get free, let me tell you that. Oh, but isn't that fun? About as fun as a hole in the head. They were all boring as hell. In the end, this place that suits me best. It's this place that suits me best. After all, there are some events you can only find here. They're the only things that really get my blood going. The rich man taps the table with a knuckle and then points down. The two of them exchange strong smiles. That's kind of disturbing. Yeah, that's right, and that's not even getting to tonight's special event. It should be about time, right? The rich man looks at his watch, the gemstone set in the handle glistens with a crimson lay. He laughs and takes an exclusively made metal box from his coat pocket, revealing a neat row of gold casino chips. Since we've got some time, why don't we go do something fun to whet our appetites? The card tables have been boring as hell in the past few weeks without you. It'd be my pleasure. A hint of excitement crosses the wealthy man's face. He nods and snatches up his glass and drains it in one gulp. He then adjusts his suit while the other man pats his shoulder. The two of them get up and head towards the casino. Before long, they're lost in the flow of humanity. Below deck, huh? Sounds shady. Sounds shady. What's my cat do now? 1 second. Sorry about that. I have a young cat. A young skinny cat. She is a menace. She has so much energy, so she's a lot to no cat. That's me. Excuse me. Correct. Going back to meet Cheetah. Leader, listen to me. I found 2 really weird things. So it's your nods indicating that Cheetah should continue. Remember what Trollo said about city humans or doll partners at the planet? But I didn't see any dolls in the main hall. Where did they all go? Now that you mention it, I've always seen humans here too. See? If Lynn were taking to this ship by that guy, she would have been put somewhere out of sight with all those other dolls. Keeping track of the dolls' movements is definitely important. Well done, Cheetah. That was a very important clue. I've got more awesome stuff in store. Take a look at the picture I must integrate take a by microcam. The picture shows the security robot's back access port. After magnification, they can clearly make out the serial number on it. G and L Beta, that's the model we saw on the mansion. On those robots Mr. Holt ordered from the Gerard Group. Oh yeah, didn't Troll say these models weren't being marketed by the Gerard Group? Don't tell me, this entire ship is Gerard Group property. Humans or doll partners? No way. That's definitely possible. However, it's also possible that the Gerard Group merely led tentacles to sense the ship's operators. Regardless of which case turns out to be true, the one thing we know for sure is that the ship is firmly linked to the Gerard Group. Here we go. Suddenly a long hum fills the air. It seems to be coming from overhead. What's going on? The humming gets louder, but the guests seem completely used to this and do not respond in any way. Just then, Soju's communicator beeps. She picks up the call and hears Troll's voice. Either the gangway guards just returned to the vessel and the gangway has been closed up. It seems the ship is about to weigh anchor. No wonder we heard the strange noise. Must have been the vessel's air horn. I'll have Miss Helene arrange for vehicle support so I can continue supporting you at sea. I'm concerned that the situation might spiral out of control once the ship leaves port, so please be careful. Understood. As it turns out, I have some things that I need you and Miss Helene to investigate too. Tell you briefed Trollo on everything he's learned so far. So you want to look into the link between the Novalis and Mr. Holtz and the Gerard Group? Yes, I've got it. Also, I have some input on the potential location of the dolls I'd like to share with you. The next moment, Sanji receives a quick sketch of the Linus structure. Observations of the exterior suggest that the liner is divided into 3 main decks, marked 1F, 2S, and B1. Passengers can only board the vessel via one route. In other words, via the 1F deck you are in now. Then what about 2F? What are you doing up there? Thermal scans indicate that 2F contains servers, so my guess is that it has a functional purpose similar to a server room, a command center, and other such facilities. However, I'm suspicious of the B1 deck. The part that's below the waterline? Yes, there's a hidden passage on 1S, which appears to lead to B1. It's very heavily guarded and there's lots of orca traffic moving through it. Measurements of the cargo they're moving show that they are very similar to the size to dolls. In other words, Lint must likely be in B1. Later, since they know what the entrance is, why don't we go hurry over right now? We'll take out the door guards and the rush straight in. Nope. Hey, are you sure about that? I mean, that's not a good idea. After studying the number of security robots patrolling the main hall, Sanju shakes her head. Trollo, are there any guests leaving through that entrance? No, only workers. But it's not just the dolls. I don't see their owners either. That's where the problem lies. The fact that these guests can move to the queue suggests that there must be a VIP route from 1F to B1. We just don't know where it is. Sancho's eyebrows knew as soon as he recalls what happened earlier at the bar. When the wealthy guest said this place, he pointed down. And then the look of it just when he flashed those gold concealed chips. Looks like there's a big secret behind the bar. Cheetah, let's head over to the casino. It's very likely that B1 entrance is hidden there. Selena's cat to be sold, yeah. She was caught specifically to you, so that's interesting. Private invitation. Congratulations, you have been chosen as the most special guests for this event. The most special guests. Oh, how is she alive? The humming of fans and beeping of machinery, the rush of liquids through pipes. Surrounded by the staff, then slowly opens eyes. Damn it, my head hurts. The room before her is dark. The surrounding walls are covered in appliances, flickering images ready a ghostly blue light that dimly illuminates the interior. She's never seen this place before. Where am I? You're finally awake. How do you feel? Then shudders as she hears an inaudible voice speaking directly into her ear, and reflexively reaches for a gun, only to find that she is securely bound to the chair she's in. The chair slides along the ground for some distance, and a shrill sound of metal dragging its metal fills the air. The man laughs sadistically as he watches Lynn struggle. You know this guy looks like a freaking creep, dude. He looks like an absolute creep. Oh, no need to be so anxious. Oh, nice. I'll give you your gun back later. Nan looks up the side to see a man in fancy clothes leaning against the control console, a mocking smile on his face. He has one hand in his pants pocket and holds a non-stemmed glass in the other, blissfully saving the fragrance of the wine within. The man slowly raises his head and exhales a long, slow breath. Even the best wine only shows its true worth in the eyes of one who understands it. Similarly, the most powerful doll can only show its true power when wielded by a capable master. Good Christ. If I were you, I'd feel honored to have been chosen by a professional like me. Ew. Her eyes. She's not having it. I love the dimmed look she has in her eyes. Cat got your tongue? Are you in such awe of my presence that you cannot muster up the ability to speak? Ew. No, it's just that you're trying so hard to be cool, but all you're doing is being cringe instead. That's... Oh, it's such a good response. Just being cringe instead. Is this what passes for a businessman these days? Have you fallen so low that you've resorted to kidnapping dolls? You'll really do anything to read a quick buck, won't you? She straight up called him cringe. The corner of the man's mouth twitches visibly. He takes a deep breath and forces a smile on his face once again. It looks like I'll need to properly introduce myself. My name is Carl Holtz. Okay, so it's a different Holtz. A genius who made best-selling toys at the age of 6. Even adults should have heard my name when the magazines published it. Harold? Who's that? Yeah, not Harl. Carl. She's trolling him. She's trolling him. Nope, doesn't ring a bell. Oh, his ego's gonna be, like... he's just ego. So what does this have to do with abducting dolls? He's mad. My father, Yakov Holtz. Okay, so lucky, and that's the dad. That was the representative of, Triad R&D. My father, Yakov Holtz, is the supervisor of the Triad Robotics R&D department. You should understand what that means, right? My family hasn't fallen so far that we need to kidnap dolls to sell for money. So you're not a failure of the businessman, you're the failure of a Nepo baby then. A Nepo baby. Dang, I'm just giving him like that look like, she's so unimpressed. Dang, you're the failure of a Nepo baby then. If your aim was to bring me here so So I would praise you. You picked the worst person imaginable for the job. Carl's mouth twitches even more intensely now. He takes 3 deep breaths before he speaks again. Let me say again, I'm not going to sell you off, so stop calling me a failure. I simply want you to do me a favor, Miss Lind. And Netball baby. So in other words, he hasn't really done anything for himself. He's one of those guys who hides under his daddy's reputation and stuff. Tonight there's going to be an arena match in the depths of this cruise liner. I want you to help me win the match so I can make a point to my father. Oh, God. This dweeb. The confusion lends his growls, but Carl gets more and more excited. He begins a long spiel about bothering to ask if Lynn wants to hear it. The cruise liner you're on is actually a cathedral of entertainment for those in our rarefied social class. With your money, power, position, everything can be wagered. And the most exciting bets are placed on the arena match that you will soon participate in. I don't believe anyone can resist that temptation. What do you mean by arena match? Does it involve fighting? I have no idea why people are so captivated by these primitive spice of violence. And I have even less idea where you're getting your confidence from, thinking that everything's going to come up roses just because you kidnapped a doll. I mean, you don't get it. A genius like me only makes a move after crafting a 100% foolproof plan. Since the arena match is a contest of strength, there's no question that tactical dolls have an advantage over civilian dolls. Unfortunately, most tactical dolls are employed by the military or government organizations. I have no desire to antagonize the government. Neither do I possess the strength to face off against the military. Therefore, so he kidnaps PMC dolls. Carl's eyes gleam with madness as he fully walks around to the rear of the chair, his hands on Lynn's shoulders. My best choice for this small PMC like yours is no funding or official backing, which will make waves even if an incident occurs. Damn. So that's the state of Grishin right now? Shit, that sucks. Those robots I stationed at the mansion were part of the test I arranged. Congratulations, Miss Land. Your combat performance has won my highest approval. Huh? His small PMC? Won your approval? Lind has no idea where to start picking his words apart. You're an adult, right? Do you not even know about Griffin and Kruger? Yeah. Now to return to his column on his ADC. 10 years ago, Griffin was the premier PNC in the country, and you were still probably playing with literal dolls somewhere. Fun, girl. And this plan of yours is so full house, it's more like a fish that... they're fishing at 100% foolproof my ass. Damn. For example, if I hadn't gone to solve that card, wouldn't your plan have derailed right from the start? The sour look on his face. But in the end, you went out and tried to sell it, right? That just proves my kind worked. Even if you hadn't taken the card, I would have uncancelled my future commissions with Griffin and continued trying to lure you out. Sweetheart Griffin multiple times. So he's the one to cancel all the commissions with Felian. And that's why she's like, hell, you guys can be on vacation. Playing with dolls back then, what do you know, I'm yelling with dolls now too. Yeah. As long as he get you away from Griffin, I'd have a chance to speak my truth. Griffin begins rambling to himself. The meaning in his eyes gradually fades, replaced by gloominess. The Vayekas were useful for an anime-based. Offering nothing will solve any kind of problems for you. If you hadn't mentioned Gerard Goop just now, I'd probably have mistaken you for some stupid playboy. Do you actually think those Vayekas can be trusted? Are you retarded? Damn. I mean, she's right. How the hell did Jagra Mess produce a failure like you? Oh, if she's going for this arrow. Damn. Shut up. Pride's expressions, yes, and he tightens his grip on the shoulders. The sudden pain forces Lynn to frown. Shut up. Stop calling me a failure. He's gonna throw a tantrum now. You're the same as those people from the Gerard group. All you do is piss me off. He just wants a tantrum, Daddy. Celia, what can use this? Thank you everyone here for taking time out of your busy schedules to take part in this charity gala. I'd like to use this opportunity to introduce my son Carl, Mom. The toy you developed is a bestseller in the market, and all proceeds from the sales will be donated in full to our charity foundation. Come, Carl, say hello to all the nice people. Hello, everyone. Or is this the boy? Expected nothing less of Madame Hulst's boy. He's clearly extraordinary even at the tender age of 6. I'm sure he'll be running a corporation of his own by the time he turns 26. And he did it. Maybe it was a slight beginning, but he never grew from that. How blessed you are, Madame. But of course, it's only natural that Madame Hulst's son should be a rare genius. Why don't you say a few words, young Kyle, but I'd like to bask in your genius. Thank you all for coming to attend my wife's funeral. To honor my wife's dying wishes, I would shoulder the legacy of the Holtz family and strive to restore its glory. My condolences, Mr. Yakov. It's truly a shame that your wife was taken from us in the prime of her life. I can't imagine the sorrow that you and young Master Carl must be going through now. Father went to see Mother, wish him, but his mother not coming back. Silence, Carl. Stop whining like a little failure. Damn. My apologies. It seems we have shown you an unseen side of ourselves. Like a failure. Here comes the failure of the Holtz family, still playing with toys at this age. The Holtz boy never really grew up, did he? Damn. Why don't you say a few words, Carl? Teach us how to be a spoiled failure who doesn't even care about how pathetic he is. Genius. The experimental funds I gave you were to develop mechanical products that would contribute to the guard group. Not to waste a playhouse. I wasn't expecting you to make a decent copy of that doll. But are you saying didn't figure out a way to defeat it? Is that it? Ooh, which doll? Which doll? How did Sega give birth to a failure like you? Damn! Okay, that kinda sucks. I feel bad for him, but still he didn't rise above it. That's his problem. Carl Holtz, the heir to the Holtz family. It's one thing if Father looks down at me, but for a mere doll to do the same. What right do you have to criticize me? The hand skipping Liz's shoulders suddenly let go, and then a fist whistles to the air before slamming it into the side of Lynn's head. Ooh, ouch. Evil's silver spirits boiled Tina's, yeah, coddled. Yeah. Parents didn't raise him right. Well, the mom probably would have raised him right if he lived, but the dad clearly had no love for him, and family isn't much of a sonic seeker himself, you know? Didn't even try, really. The impact of the fist and hands hitting the back of the chair briefly dazes her. Lynn turns and looks at Carl straight in his angry, bloodshot eyes. You mad, bro? She pulled out the meme? Oh, she has a meme on him now? You mad, bro? Okay, I gotta save that. That's freaking awesome. Bro, you mad, bro? Sleep it. Just good night. Alright, SWAT camera, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. You mad, bro? Hawking, huh? Peek. Oh, that's beautiful. Dude, Flat would have loved this event just like would alone. I'm saying it. That real? She trolled, she's memeing on his ass. You bad, bro? So the heir to the Holtz family went to all this expense just to capture a mere doll. Doesn't seem very smart to me. Oh, wait, is this the expensive game run? He used expenses for this? And besides, why exactly should I do what you tell me? I can control this berserk robots. I have access to Gerard Gibson's technology. If I had already seen those robots before, they were under my control. Soon you will too. Ah. How's he gonna do it though? Carl clicks the button on the back of Lynn's chair. The surface of the armrest and the back of the chair slide open, revealing a dense network of cables within. They coil and wrap around the end until she is tightly bound. Right after that, a powerful electrical current pours into her frame. Oof. Pain fills Lynn's snow cloud and she can't help the grunt that escapes her. Carl slowly walks around Bland until he stops in front of her. You're right, I didn't need to capture any ordinary PMC doll. After all, an ordinary doll wouldn't have given me such an amusing reaction. You, on the other hand, are a different story. After all, you are the ULSD test type with sensory feedback comparable to that of a human being's. Isn't that right, SST's Tech 012? Oh, he knows a lot. Here, Clint hasn't heard the designation ULSD or SRC-12 for a long time. Her pupils suddenly contract as she hears them spoken once again. The experimentation regime she endured as ULSD was a nightmare that constantly haunted her. She never revealed that part of her past to anyone else apart from the commander. How did you... Lynn wants to ask where he learned that information from, but agony in her flame keeps her from speaking. All she can do is watch as he takes out a remote control and see him smile coldly as he presses a button on it. Yeah. Streams of data and electrical current stem to Lynn. Her pain is amplified numberless times. Carl's body seems to just stand away in an instant, more to pull back in front of her as avoids the motion. Junk data washes over Lynn like a slide, filling her neural cod and assaulting her level 2 layer. The tearing pain of the forced overwrite process pours to Evocatus the same. Her visual module set down amidst the pain and her vision fills with a cold white light. Oh damn, she's getting hacked. Lynn struggles to see amidst the radiance. But all that greets her is the endless void. Countless elids appear out of the virtual nothingness, slowly creeping towards her. Things are looking very bad to her indeed. Damn it. The only good thing about all this is that she has her trusty Auto 12 in hand, and with it, her confidence returns to her. Lynn wrists her gun. I cannot die. I will not die. Not here. Oh, she's in level 2 now. Oof. Okay. Just get overrided. Yeah, that sucks. That must be like an awful experience. This should be good enough, I guess. Right, let's go for it. It's like their bike does all the work, it's kinda crazy. Ah, I could barely miss it. Boon. Need to go. Let's go take the far ones out. There we go. Zill! And then Matani-chan. Actually, so me you have a bigger range, right? Huh. Doesn't reach that far, damn it. Ah, oh well. We'll make do. What, so me? And back. You're dead. Kansha? Oh. Wow, it's almost over? Jeez. First wager. Money, power, position, everything can be wagered. Ah, it's fast. Texas Hold'em, blackjack, electronic dice, slot machines, roulette tables. They really do have everything here. The illumination from the luxurious decorations and lurid lighting meld together as gambles move back and forth between tables, lost in this hollow enjoyment. Sancho and Cheetah dart between the crowd, searching for a clue about how to get to B1 deck. Those two vintage patrons I saw at the bar earlier. Archon. Leader, look, do you think they went there? Sancho looks where Cheetah's pointing. A pair of black suited guards are standing in front of a grand-looking door. This door seems quiet and sedate compared to the liveliness of the rest of the casino. There's something written on it. Let me see. VIP area, only for guests with gold chips. Wow, but what's this VIP area? And what are those gold chips? Is there a super casino in there or something? Super casino. Yeah. When that wealthy guest mentioned a special event, he flashed a stack of chips which looked like they were made of gold. It looked really suspicious. Looks like we'll manage to think of a way to get in there. Sheeta, how much cash do you have on hand? Then we can exchange for chips. Poofsy. Right, how about 500 credits worth, I guess? Oh, what's that off not? That not for these standards. But leader, that's the last of my candy fund. Can you help me make up the rest for me? I don't have much cash on hand either. Dude, what kind of candy is she getting that just spent $500 on it? All we can do is hope the gold chips don't cost too much to redeem. Sancho and Cheetah pull the cash and then head to the casino's cage. Welcome, ladies. Will you be buying chips tonight? How much are the gold chips? The dealer smiles and pulls back the red cloth inside the cage, gesturing to the labeled numbers below. It is as you see. 1 0 2 0 3 zeros. Holy cow, 5 zeros. So each one is 100 grand? Yeah, they're not buying their way into this one. This is insane. You might as well just grab a gun and rob people at this point. Solitude ignores his protest. Expression is one of serenity. Understood. I'll borrow 2,000 credits worth of chips for now, thank you. Cheetah squeezes the 2 little chips he just bought in her wrist and drags summons you off to the corner of the casino. Clearly she has something to say. 2 chips. Gosh. Is this actually happening, leader? Did our money disappear just like that? And even after all that, we only got these 2 measly little chips. Are you seriously planning to win 100,000 credits with a stake of 2,000? Hey, so Lynn's getting hacked right now and they can be gambling. I was, actually. Huh? Are you for real? Then if you just hold up everyone here, it would be faster that way. I mean, when it comes to gambling, we'll be totally screwed if we lose just once, right? Tia, you forgot the most important thing. What's that? You mean like how we can claim everything if we lose from caretakers a business expense? No. What's the point if everyone lose? Saying so, Zanju takes the chips from Cheetah before sipping them up in the air and neatly catching them. We are dolls, and that's why we will not lose. Are they in like fast react everything? How'd Cheetah hack those slot machines? She could do that. For a moment, Cheetah stares blankly at the gleaming toughness and functious eyes. Then she gets where Zanju is hinting at. Current spreads across Cheetah's face as she rubs up against Sangju. I get it. You're going to cheat down this here. Yeah, it's not cheating, it's leveraging our advantages as dolls. Yeah, it's not cheating. I was observing how the tables were distributed in the casino. Each one has 5 dealers and a supervisor, and they have your scanners at each table to keep pace and GA. You probably won't have much luck trying to pull off sleight of hand at the gambling tables. The slot machines are fully automatic and appear to be a good choice. But there are too many punches around them. There's no way we can do anything without so many eyes watching. Huh? Does it mean we're out of options? We still have this. Zangju exchanges a look with Cheetah and then they approach one of the electronic tables. Upon detecting somebody nearby, a mechanical arm moves Tatsuki and presents it to the air. Zangju taps it. When we enter the table lights up, a hologram of a virtual dealer appears over the center of the table and bows to them. Esteemed guest number 03425, welcome to the Carnival Chubak DB01 online entertainment system. Please select a game you'd like to play and insert your chips into the slot down the right. During the game, please refrain from striking, damaging, or attempting to disassemble the machine. If it's a network device, we should be able to hack it to level 2. The plan is to stop the data pertaining to failures and only get successful data through. Animals are seen can directly access the casino's network to mess with the results. Precisely. The Drago provided the special service for gamblers who had difficulties going to offline casinos, but it's turning out to be a godsend for us instead. Sanji smiles as such a chips into the machine. The Dyson scheme can spin at high speed. Let's go for the mod with the subs rules, high and low. I estimate 6 rounds should be enough for us to go from 2,000 to 100,000 credits. Why don't we maintain the signal proofing for longer? Wouldn't that be better? We'll trigger the system alerts if you do it for too long. But that's risky this way. All we need to do is work fast in level 2. Are you ready, Cheetah? The game's about to begin. Come on. This genius has been waiting for this. Dude, could you imagine how much money you can make if we just send dolls to the casino for you? Hey, go gamble for me, you know. Go to level 2. Are these the desk progress of the caramel cubic? They're small, square, pretty cute. TiferetEvocatus. You can only spoof the air signals or G rounds. We should take care of this Isba. Alright. So that means we can gain points, but lose them? Relax, Cedar, I won't hold you back. Playing games is serious business for me. Oh. Okay, this is different. Select the carnival cubic within 4 tiles and rolls of dice. If it's 1, 2, or 3, gain 3,000 points. Select the cubic within 4 tiles and roll a dice. Rituals 4, 5, or 6 get 2,000 points. Really? Well, okay, so we'll go for this one then. So it is kind of like gambling. Ooh! Lollipops. We'll have to go all in. Can we get... Oh shit. Alright, go for it. Alright, I got one right. Okay. Let's just keep hitting this one. 5 again? High or low? Dude, she has the best chances. 6, 5, 3. Alright, just give me 5. Alright, let's try it. 2? Ah, man. My kids go high again.
もういいでしょ
Pitches MVP on this though. 2, 6, okay good. 6, 2 6s. Damn, Gia. The spinning die gradually slows down and then eventually comes to a halt with the 6 facing up. The colorful chiplet machine plays an upbeat music. Ding ding ding! Congratulations on winning again. Guest number is 03425. Do you wish to continue betting? You scored the 100k we need. That's racking is up. As long as you click the quick button and the flood of chips pours out of the tubes. You must have sound of clicks and beeps. Well, leader, we're rich. Huh? Cheetah takes out the sole gold chip from the pile. Its master takes her by surprise. Wait a minute, I think the chip is made from actual gold. Is Chart giving these things out just like that? Well, 100,000 credits is pretty close to the price you pay for actual gold. Is that how it is? And this place is a gold mine. I wish we had more time to earn more, and then we could just hand it to Caretaker's caretaker. Cheetah's muttering is interrupted by an alert. So she turns away to take Trollna's car. The cruise ship has come to a halt in a bay that's surrounded by mountains on three sides. A bay that's fenced in by mountains. Choosing such a well-hidden location suggests that their special event isn't something they want others to see. So that's what Miss Helene said too. She sent 2 support echelons and a helicopter over. We're currently shadowing the liner. Ooh, support echelons? Or who they are. If anything happens, we'll be able to support you later. Alright, be careful. Don't let the external guards spot you. So got a cure, yes, huh? Understood. We've also finished analyzing the vessel structure. I'll send a 2D map to you later. Once you find land, you can evac by following the indicated route. I'll pick you up on the deck. Could it work, Cholo? You're almost as efficient as this genius. She's like, whatever. Huh? Why is anyone talking? After a brief silence, Cholo awkwardly clears it out. Well, so I learned something about the matter you asked me to investigate. What did you find out? The Novask belongs to a toy company. It's a place that the company uses to host charity events, and many media outlets have reported on it. Its CMO, Madame Salyum, would also bring his son Carl to these events. The toys Carl created have also made the news. They are to a toy company, in other words, the Mr. Holtz. That's right, Carl's full name is Colin Holtz. The contact information you gave to Griffin was incorrect. He used his real name. Dumbass. But why would someone who runs a charity want to kidnap Lind? Also, the incentive spoil is about as far from non-profit as you could get. You're right. It isn't connected to charity at all because Madame Celia passed away from an illness 6 years ago, and a toy company went down with her. Apparently, the ownership of the line has been transferred to Karl's father, Yakov. Oh, I remember that name. He was the jerk who was building robots for the Gerard Group. So you're saying this kidnapping was masterminded by her father and son Dulo? Something's not quite right. After putting together all the information Trolla's given, some of you falsified for a while. Since Carl's father is a Gerard Group researcher, he ought to have a way to get those specific robots under control. Why did he go out of his way to get a PMC to clean up to his best? Could he have been trying to get us to pick up the ID card? That would make it even weirder. Given the Gerard Group's wealth and power, they would definitely have access to in-house paramilitary forces. They wouldn't need to hire criminals like for Jaegers, and they most certainly wouldn't need to resort to such roundabout means to kidnap Lind. The most likely possibility is that Carl didn't want to draw the Jordans, their group's attention, and all was simply a personal initiative. So you're saying Yakov doesn't know about this? Indeed, everything's been going smoothly all night, from boarding to the vessel to the ID check. Even the ship's security forces have been in place for robots for the most part. I think it's this that he doesn't know, and more like he isn't even on the ship at all. Both sides of the line go silent. Well, even if we know all this, we still don't know what the kidnappers are trying to accomplish. There's still too much that we don't know. All we can do is head down to B1 and deck and see if we can find some more clues there. Yup, seeing is believing after all. Let's go, he'll go. After ending the transmission ritual, those Zhang and Cheetah arrive at the door marked VIP area. Can we go in? One moment, please. Security guard takes the gold chip and passes it to his sensor on the door. There's a beep and the door slowly slides open, revealing a lavishly decorated elevator. Please proceed, ladies. Hey, it's a lift. Looks like your guest is on the mark. I hope I'll be able to see Lynn soon. I wonder if Lynn will be able to recognize them, though. The pair entered the elevator while holding these thoughts in their hearts. The heavy doors separate the inside of the outside like a wall. There's a muffled commotion from behind the door, as though the sound of being muffled by some invisible membrane. As the feeling of weight that exists from the elevator's sense grows, the noise becomes clearer. Hums. Until the elevator comes to a halt, the doors slowly open. That's the arena. Yep, it's the arena. Ultimate doll fight. Brawl of the best. Shouts and screams fill the air, and a mix of sweat, blood, and stimulant hits them in the face like a physical blow. What on earth is this place? Unlike the brightly lit first 1S, P1 is dim, blood-red light. In the center is a huge circular arena surrounded by mechanical fans. The Framatar cannot hide the bloodlust in their eyes. The sounds of cheered curses blend together as though this is the progressive release. And in the arena, a red doll and a blue doll are engaged in combat. The payout odds for both sides fluctuate on the overhead screen, and the shifting numbers have the audience in their grasp. It's as though the entire B1 deck in its grip of some indescribable frenzy. That's crazy. How could this be happening? Well, I mean, why not? I'm surprised it's a more public thing. Don't tell me they kidnapped Lynn to... Oh, no. This is pretty cool to watch, though, not gonna lie. Suddenly, an ear-splitting cheer comes from the crowd. Sancho and Cheetah look at the arena. The red doll has her foot firmly planted on the blue doll's head. And the shiny floorboards reflect her crushed, distorted face. The red doll raises her sword high, aims for her opponent's shoulder joint, and forcefully tries her weapon home. The blue doll's right arm is pried from the rest of her body. It rolls several meters away, coming to a halt at the edge of the arena. The disarmed blue doll cries up at the ground, moaning in pain. Poor thing. The doll's pitiful cries are merely drowned out by the cheers of the audience. It's futuristic gladiatorial combat. The very next moment, the big screen above the ring zooms in on the red doll's paid eyes. And fucking Carol? What the fuck is Carolic doing here? What? Carolic? What is Carolic doing here? So is the commander around here too? Carolic's been kidnapped, so he'd be oof. I don't know if Lynn could take out Carolic kill except this is like her element right here. An open arena like this? Blind bet. Violence that can't be hidden. Disgust that can't be held back. Good luck finding her. Oh, are you awake? Indeed, if Carolic was kidnapped, I'm freaking crazy. Nan's blank eyes open. She turns her head jerkily towards the voice. Protocol activated. She's brainwashed now. Tucker identification module successfully loaded. The link then, are you? Carl presses a button on his remote. There's a crisp click, and the building and the electronic chair begins, disengage. Stand up and walk around. And then stands up mechanically, walks around the room, then awaits Crosslook's command. Turn in place and sit back down. After seeing Lynn execute his commands to the letter, Carl touched his hands a delay. I didn't think the beta virus would be so effective. Even a rushed copy of 45% the code segments is still enough to control your doll's neural cloud. Plus me, CSB plus B. No wonder those defects in the arena all fight like they're possessed once they get infected by it. Why did Dad sit on such good stuff like this instead of giving it to me? Carol looks infected too, I'm assuming. Good stuff. I was just pretending to space out and he totally fell for it. Seems a bit too easy, doesn't it? She's trolling him still. Oh my god, so the virus failed? She's trolling him? Talking about a stupid moron of a nipple baby. But where there's dolls, there's the commander, yeah. Yeah, Ghost be some kind of... He must have been like hired or something to investigate this. They're doing back a mission that they don't even know that... They're not even aware that the commander's doing a mission here. Once again, the land lambast caused a tilted the confines of her mind. Forget it. This actually helps bypass all kinds of problems. I might be able to get him to spill the beans on something too. That data assault on my level 2 just now was massive. If I had fought back in time, my neural cabinet would have really been written. Was it because the virus code was incomplete? Still, wasn't the virus targeted towards Gerard dolls? It was built by IOP, so why was it effective against me? Could it be that the Gerard dolls use the same base layer technology as IOP does? Ooh, that could be interesting. Before anything can reach a conclusion, Carl gets her another order. Oi, doll, come here. I'll tell you about the arena rules and your opponent tonight. Here it comes, let me see what exactly you're up to. Lind walks over to Carl's side. While Lind was mentally prepared for what she might see in our arena, the sight before her still hits her hard. Secure, like... The screen shows the camera feed. In it, the red-colored doll with bunny ears is viciously chopping a doll on the ground to bits. Jeez. It exemplifies cruelty, violence, and savagery. Just about every frame of the video maxes out Lind's tolerance for disgust. As you can see, there are no rules to the doll arena. You can use any means to attack and can freely destroy your opponent's frame. Simply play, whoever produces their points to scout first wins. Carl pushes the button, pushes the pause button. The feed is frozen on image of the moment when the red doll cuts her opponent in half at the wrist, at the waist. Jeez. Wait, if this story takes place like a long time ago, that'd be cool if the story takes place a long time ago, because then it'd be like a Carolic origin story as well. But how she, ends up this like where she started off, Say your point tonight, Carolic, who is known as KO Nydia. When a certain underground doll arena was at the Rage in the Green Zone, she was one of the 2 most popular fighters there. Do you know why that is? Bailey Comet dolls are rare enough for starters, and a brutal fighting style was most entertaining. And of course, the more time you show, the more the audience loved it. Unfortunately, the real Carolic escaped her accident 8 years ago, and it was her partner, the other most popular fighter there, who helped her flee. Oh, so this isn't the real Carolic. 8 years ago she escaped. So Carolic's origins is when she was an arena doll. Her partner, the other most popular fighter. So this partner then? Carolic's partner? Even though they tried their best to kill each other in the ring, they decided to be all buddy-buddy at a time like that. Dolls make me sick. Despite being created by humans, they all think about betraying humanity. Forget it. Why am you telling a doll like you all this? Carl throws up his hands in exasperation. The organization's finances have been doing too well recently. So in order to whet the investor's appetite, Dan modified one of Carolic's simpler frames to the K09 unit. Okay, so it's a dummy. It preserves the original Carolic's fighting style to the maximum extent. Even her swing force is a 1-to-1 match. Unsurprisingly, K09 is undefeated in the arena. It's won 22 consecutive matches so far, and its total winnings are a jaw-dropping amount. This is why I've brought you here. I want you to replace K09 and become the new king of the ring. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? What, so it was for such a stupid reason. That's why I hate unreasonable violence. It takes great effort for Lynn to suppress her desire to throw up. No, now's not the time to fight back. If the commander were here, or even just leader, did tell me not to be so impulsive. I need to stay calm. The way you are now makes it hard for me to tell you how much is actually getting through. If you understand, repeat what I just said. Understood? My mission is to help you destroy the doll that your father went to all that effort to build. Yes, good. Her own mods and satisfaction. He just wants to show up, Daddy. What a mean little bitch, man. That tone, though, it sounds strange. Is sarcasm a factory default setting for you? Sorry. Oh, come on, Lady, you gotta act a little bit better. Never mind, it doesn't matter. She almost said that sarcasm default setting. As long as you blow K09 apart with your shotgun, the audience will go crazy over you, and you'll become a new star of the underground with countless fans and followers. Meanwhile, I'll have the grounds to talk terms with Father. I'll have proven that I can influence the family business, and that I'm the one who most deserves to help him with his cruise liner. He just wants to play games, man. Operate the liner, do his arenas. She carries us Tokyo, I know he just came to, even though just try your best. How's that? Isn't that a win-win plan worthy of a genius? No? Sounds like the plan of a spoiled brat. Carl looks at Lynn's blank face and seems a little disappointed. Father was like this too. He'd either mock me or ignore me every day. Go ahead and talk. It doesn't matter if you're sarcastic or not. This is just too boy. For instance, don't you have any questions you want to ask me? Right? Just ignore those unnecessary words and ask what you want. You just said that having me get rid of K09 was just one of your goals, right? So firepower wasn't the real reason you picked me. Of course, if I just wanted to fight, buying a tactical dolphin attack market would have been simple enough. But the arena isn't a battlefield. It's ultimately just a form of entertainment. The performance aspects of it are more important than the fighting elements. That's true. Gotta win the crowd. Like the pain, for instance. Carl chuckles and slaps UL's ST duster on the table. I know you were an experimental unit with stimulated sensory organs, and your ability to perceive pain is beyond anything other dolls can match, let alone these fighters. Geez, that kind of sucks, man. That's kind of bad for a frontline, doll. Most of them are defects. Father produced in the process of producing 3rd-gen dolls. Most of them would have mature neural class modules loaded. They're failures in every sense of the word. While the beta virus does have a side effect of amplifying sensor feedback, they can only respond mechanically, which is far from what research-grade demands. So even pain can become an object of scientific study. If the audience wants it, nothing is impossible. Oh, you should watch this. We'll be working together for a good long time anyway. So the more you understand, the better. The scene on the monitor changes to a video log of an experiment. A shabby just man is tied to a wooden rack, and a group of researchers in white coats are surrounding him. Commencing experiment GR00237, not collecting data on Ed's implement injury. What the fuck? Twitchy? Demetra raises his scalpel and jabs it into the test subject. Blood sprays out and covers the screen. Oh, that hit an artery. And The test subject schemes echo through the chamber while the researcher looks down at the clipboards and scribbles notes, as though all this was just a footnote in completing their experiment. Experiment number TR00237 control gut. Begin procedure. The scene shifts. This test subject is now a doll. The researcher taps a scalpel to the doll's arm, once, twice, over and over again, till it's produced suffering like that what a human could endure. Oh, is that her some long time ago? What? My, why are they doing this? Lynn feels her neural gland temperature spiking. If what she saw before was nearly nauseating, what she's looking at now fills her with utter boiling rage. The image of the test subject, doll, defocuses, disintegrates, and comes back together before her eyes over and over again. She's getting reminded of herself, what happened. The lingering pain from the virus awakens, traveling through her frame until it converges on her right arm. It's as though the scalpel has passed through the screen and is stabbing through her synthetic skin. That's crazy. So seeing pain, he could feel it. That's crazy. The last time I felt like this was when... that sucks. It's 1mm more sensitive. Then squeezes her eyes shut. Memories pour in like a tide, those days and nights laced with the scent of antiseptics. And all the helplessness and misery suddenly feel exceptionally real to her. She remembers the blindingly bright surgical lights, the ice cool slab, the aloof looks on the researchers' faces, and the way she curled up from the pain. She remembers the questions he used to ponder back then. What did I feel back then when I was chosen as a test subject? Was it despair? Fear? Discontent? No, back then I wasn't even self-aware enough to ask myself these things. I even thought that my pain was the whole reason I existed. Just like these test subjects and these arena fighters, they've been treated as tools to be used and discarded by their masters, and they think it's perfectly natural. Mom, that's their purpose. But I know better now. I know this isn't right. I met people who showed me the truth, giving their all with correct words and correct actions in order to show that what was done to me was wrong. Lynn recalls the faces of many people. The commander, Helena, Hellion, Eldest from Phosphol, and many others besides all her friends had the privilege of sharing her life with. If she hadn't met them, she probably would still be trapped in a place like this, existing only to suffer in this, like in this video. So this time, it's my turn to... Just then, Carl's voice chimes in, taking Lynn out of her thoughts and back to reality. Hey, you haven't moved a muscle for a full 3 minutes. What's the matter? Did you blue skin or something? Hey. Was it virus too strong? Did it burn out your neural cloud or something? Crap, I hope not. That would be really bad. A series of rapid knocks interrupts his words, and the waiter's voice speaks from outside the door. Mr. Carl, your father just called. It would be best if you attend to it immediately. What? Carl's face falls suddenly. He rushes over to the door and flings it open. The waiter on the other side is startled by the forcefulness of his actions. What did he say? Your father sounded quite angry and he said he was on the way back, so I was worried he might have found out about your plan. Didn't you go to leave with the staff to prepare for the technical summit? Didn't you say it was very important? How could he spare the time to come back? I'm not very sure. Damn it. He's always ruining things for me at the most important moment. Take me to the jack right now and think of a way to delay him. The door slams shut with a loud bang. The voices of Carl and the waiter gradually fade into the distance. Min breathes a sigh of relief. And here was thinking about how to get rid of the arrogant young master. That phone call sure came in time. She could have just killed him, though. No one's there. After that, Lynn connects itself to the command console and begins planning a next move. Fortunately, I still have the virus data and I copied from the mansion robots. Since the robots going out of control was caused by a virus, then uploading it to all the security robots on the ship due to the central command console should trigger an uprising too. Make all the robots go crazy? That'd be nuts. Hope she does it. With Tielka Berserk, I'll wait for the right moment and lead the dolls out of share and make our escape. Then looks at the clock on the wall and it was progressing flow of time. While there are still many variables in the Kayan, given the situation, she'll just have to take things one step at a time. I don't have time to decrypt the security routine. I'll just do it by force. And level 2? Yep, level 2. Ooh, what's that? Scorch Moth? Okay. Let's go. It's vroom vroom. I should probably go here. Try to get guys at the far end. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, there's some more? Shit. Well, they're way over there. Dang. It's okay, so you can still take them. Interact with the target location. Is that it?
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moon?
Really? Shit, that was easy. Okay. So what's going on? Welcome everyone, welcome maters. How you doing? Well, my name's Tiferet. I'm a combat android. I know that they are shooting games, survival games, and horror games, so if you like that sort of thing, that's what I do here. Today we're playing Ghost Frontline 2. It's like the only hot game I'm in the stream, because I love the story. They got to a story about land. Proud of you, yeah, proud of you. Thank you so much. What were you playing? Hope you do not rain. So yeah, it's mostly like think of this today's like a visual novel day. And right now the story is about our character here, the main character for the story, Lind. She was kidnapped. She's a tactical doll, basically an android. She was kidnapped by this guy and was trying to force her to fight inside arena against other dolls. And right now she's trying to get free. Fizzy of side quests and doing boss fight and tactics. Nice. Fun, fancy tactics. I remember playing that game a long time ago. And it was like one of the first like tile-based strategy games I know of. I think like soon after that game came out, along the same vein was Disgaea. So and then it kind of took off from there, you know. Wait, Fire Emblem too, right? Yeah. Fire Emblem is like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Disgaea. Those are the ones that I personally near aware as being very early. Well, they're first, you know what? Seems will have a super amazing again with voice acting. Oh, nice! So they remade Tactics with voice acting? We just made another game? That's good. Like there's almost ways they could improve on the games like that by adding more immersion and things. So I'm nice that they're doing that. We had a fun one. If anyone needs to like take a break, feel free to take a break. So, you know, no rush. With one hangout a little bit, still free to hang out. Ivalice Chronicles, worth a check out if you love tactics. Oh nice, Ivalice. That's like one of the few worlds where it's like shared across the not shared but you have to counter it in different games. If only Leader was so shared, doing this by myself is a pain. Fortunately, the virus is already doing its thing. A few more minutes and the ship's defense systems will be completely paralyzed. Maybe I can use this time to find the exact location of the prison dolls. Let me see, the database should be here, right? I found it. It's a blueprint of the ship's internal layout. And what are these next to it? Encrypted documents? I can't open them. I'll just copy them and learn about them later. She's being very proactive despite being on her own right now. The hour hand on the clock's room has traveled quite some distance. The sound of hard leather shoes on metal passes is audible to the door, could be what Kai is cursing. He uses bastard. Why did you make such a big fuss even though nothing happened? As master of the Novalis, I order you to bring my match forward right now. But no buts, and no care what the back-end people have to say about it either. You will begin the match before Father returns. Crap, that Carl guy's back. Copy progress 97, 98. Men's fingers fly across the keyboard, her eyes darting between the monitor and the door faster and faster. Come on, just a little bit more. The progress bar fills up with a beep. Then quickly calls into the control terminal, then takes a breath before quickly returning to her previous position. Kong storms in, then quickly glances around him several times but finds nothing amiss. Then he glares at Land. So the bad guy thinks that shift door now under his control. This guy's an idiot. Are you awake? Protocol activated. TiferetEvocatus Finch had a big use module, success reloaded. Seeing Land wake up from her offline status, suits Carl's frozen through somewhat. Phew, seriously, screw that old fart. He keeps messing up my plans. I was planning to work on tactics, but the situation has changed and it looks like we won't have time for that now. My match has been brought forward. We're up next. Just as well, the virus should kick in around that time. Alright, I'll play you then. Dude, just gonna try to fight Karalik? Well, the fake Karalik? The hear of Lynn's intentions, Carl takes a deep breath. And then his confident smile returns to his face. Let's go. It's time you made our entrance. I don't know. I don't care what is scary. It's scary if we're up close to her. Hey, Kazuki with the... what's it? Oh, I'm right at the end? Holy shit. Absurd carnival. As the spotlight turns down, the clown's mask finally comes off. Yeah, sure, like... Well, I mean, I'm like overpowered, so I'll kill her, but... If you go by lore store-wise, you don't mess with her. The red doll isn't a bit bloodshot. The blue doll misses its other arm and stumbles back, its neck spewing sparks. The red doll lets forward, swinging her sword at the blue doll's vitals and delivers a fatal blow. Oh, another poor doll. The next moment, the blue doll kneels over and the red doll whisks its thoughts to her underset. With the battle decided, the roar from the audience goes louder and louder. Waves of sound echo inside the compartment. Finish her, finish her. Target destruction command, load complete. The red doll tries to hand it to the blue doll's chest, and in a burst of strength, she whips out her opponent's still glowing heart. Oh, it's her core. Dang, there's a crunch of electronic upon splintering. Then the arena's filled with the deafening screams. Dang, so crushed to core too? That's like true death for a doll right there. In a smashed eyed cries, the red doll raises the fragments of her opponent's heart to the air. Then she turns and vanishes backstage. That sucks. Peter, what was the purpose of bringing all those dolls aboard the ship? Just so they could be thrown into the underground arena? I can't accept this. This is too much. How could something like this happen? I didn't expect the people behind the doll arenas to still be going strong. Looks like that crackdown operation from back then didn't get rid of them. Ah, so this isn't illegal. It used to be a normal thing. What do you mean by crackdown operation? Were there places like this before? Yes, I heard that doll arenas like these used to be really popular in the green zones for a while. Back then, they were run by mobsters, and the purchase, modification, and smuggling of dolls on the black market was very common. But ever since State 6 began the doll arena crackdown operation, in 2067, such organizations began to decline, and the government began strengthening regulations on the use of tactical dolls. From the look of things, they're back. They just blended to the border between the green and yellow zones. So those jerks from back then are walking around without a care in the world just now? This isn't right. You can't be sure. Perhaps the mobs is replaced by the Gerard group. Excuse me. Perhaps both sides reach an agreement to split the profits. The one thing we do know is that these people in charge of the arena now are the Gerard group, with their massive influence, power, and resources. The casino above us, no, I should say this entire cruise line exists for the sake of the Sun Up Your Doll arena. Sanji looks towards the ring. Workers are clearing up the doll wreckage from the arena, the same makes Sanji's voice more sombre. There's no telling how many dolls have suffered like that and displaced. We were lucky to be able to live under the protection of Griffin, but we simply don't know enough about the dark side of the civilized society. Now that you mention it, since the cruise is for members only, all the people that it serves are definitely wealthy or powerful, right? Maybe Taraji uses places like these to gain political leverage on them. Correct. I'm sure there are many deeply hidden dealings here that we haven't discovered yet. Damn it, I wish I could reveal all their bad deeds to the world. Hey, you don't out the lights. Suddenly, the lights above the audience seats goes out, one after another, from the outside inwards. In the darkness, the shaft of blinding light descends from above, illuminating the host. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MV Univalis. Our Queen of the Ring, K09, will be taking a short rest, but she will return to give you an exciting show later on. To all our guests who wish to wager on the outcome, please proceed to the right side of the ring within 10 minutes, and place your bets on with their gold chips on hand. No wonder you need gold chips to get into this place, so that's what they're for. I'm sure many of our honored guests have lost their dolls during the course of tonight's arena matches. And as such, we have a special offer for you. All guests who have fielded contenders against K09 today are entitled to a free trial of Detroit's Goods, a latest batch of prototypes codenamed GFL Beta, and enjoy the highest possible discounts today should they decide to purchase them. The host claps and a carefully crafted advertisement tune appears on the big screen. Rows of specifically modified dolls walk into the frame, ranging from domestic models to determined model types, and everything else in between, each of a different make and appearance. Boy, thing these dolls have in common is that they all have the same empty eyes as K09 does. As you can see, the dolls from GFL Beta batch have blank neural files, and their default beta programming makes them completely obedient to your instructions. That means they won't complain, won't refuse orders, and they definitely won't betray you. You can customize them to suit your personal preferences and needs, or allow them to be freely used. And long. Allow them to be freely used. Ah yeah, we all know what that means. God. Freely used, that's gross. Of course, the missing models will have all combat functionality removed, so you can be assured that your product is absolutely safe. Oh, does that mean they won't even try to fight back? Of course. The host's voice slowly fades away, only to be replaced by twisted cheers and chants from the audience. Some people are already planning on how to make full use of the new acquisitions. So this is there could be like people who like to torture and abuse the dolls. You know, the sadists. That's fucked up, man. And the doll won't be able to do anything about it. All kinds of deviant discussions filter through the air and make their way into Zaishu and Cheetah's ears. Oof, they must be so disgusted. Holy crap, are these people perverts? I can't take it anymore. Here, can I go teach them all a lesson? Calm down, Cheetah, we haven't found it yet. They ought to hear that too. Also, we've had something from the little speech just now. At the very least, we know why the dolls in the arena all seemed so strange. Turns out they were under the control of a virus. We need to prepare for the possibility that Wind has also been controlled by that virus. The spotlights come on again, illuminating the freshly cleaned ring. Alright, after this short intuition, it's time for what you've been waiting for. Since our next contender will be Zephyrians, you urge all guests to stay beyond the badging line, thus to be entered by 3 rounds. The light red panels bulletproof glass rises from the arena around the ring, blocking it off from the audience. And now introduce the queen of the arena and her challenger. As the audience cheers, as the spotlight focuses on the follow of a crimson doll, she slowly walks to the ring. It's K09, sword in hand. And then a shaft of dazzling light shines down on the right side of the arena, seeing a purple doll holding a familiar shotgun. Move. Gotta move, guys. Gotta move. Leader, that's Lind. Cheetah, try to establish console lid right now. With this range, we should be able to contact her using our squad channel. PP. Try the Mr. Ghost but Lind's face remains blank and she does not respond. What should we do, leader? I think Lind's really been taken over by whatever virus. It can't be helped. We'll just have to go to ourselves. Ask Trollo to make the necessary preparations. Cheetah, get ready to back me up. Lind's safety is our top priority. All gonna bust the arena? You're all gonna fight St. Karalik? Hello? Leader, I'm not getting your reply from Lind's commit theater. Not good. They're about to attack. On, scary rabbit. She did pay attention to the enemy's movements. We need to step in to provide support if Lind is in danger. Scary rabbit. I would hate to be on the arena killer, though. I think Wildbush should be able to kill her. Up front. Somi might be able to kill her. Oh no, she's actually pretty tough. Alright, put her tank. She's tank. I feel a little bad, but Somi right in front of her second bat. Wow, 9-1 hits. Kind of impressive. Alright, we'll buff you up. Wait, is this Florence's song, Thriller Wonderland? I counter up. I think this is Nero chip playing. Alright. Gotta get her far away. Hopefully she doesn't come for her. Oh, that does so much damage. Don't turn around, please. Oh, she did turn around. Okay, then. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Oh, no! What the fuck? Nice. Carol can do that. I mean, it didn't hurt me, but Carol can do that? I've never used her in the game, so I'm like, pretty surprised. Oh, shouldn't be too far away. Can I hit? No. What about from here? Lava could kill her. I think Lava could kill her. Ah. How about here? Still out of range. Alright, let's put here though. It's gonna hurt in hardwood. I know. Shoot, this. If I'm doing like this little damage to her right now, hardwood's gonna be kind of crazy. Alright, Somi. Somi should kill her. Yeah. Dude, I did very little damage to her. The first hit, that's crazy. Hard mode she's gonna be crazy in hard mode. Dude, that combo though, what was that? Carol can do that? I didn't know she could do that. Damn. Well, I might be sleeping on her in the arena. sea of ashes, he was a pit of resentment engulfed by flames and the sea. If we can capture this Kerlik and convert it, his name again, but yeah, get up 2 Kerliks. Yeah, get up 2 of them. Just give her a slight different personality. Maybe a new look. The hell Modish sat and hit stuff more in the arena. Metal balls ricochet off the bulletproof glass and crack spider webs everywhere. Upon seeing Lynn's attack miss, K09 quickly was her blade around, converting his fang into a thrust in directly at Lynn's chest. Lynn stepped diagonally backwards, barely avoids the strike, but K9's sword tipped his arm and leaves a dark red wound. Ugh, that hurts. Fortunately, my tactical BDUs made of strong material, so only my skin got nicked. Otherwise, might have lost an entire line. K09 clean doesn't spear upon avoiding her, otherwise fatal blow because she freezes up in surprise. However, she quickly changes her stance and resets her sword, ready to launch another attack. Lynn's feet keep moving as she dodges a series of attacks before pulling away to make some space between them. Why is she so damn fast? Is she actually a rabbit or something? She's always been fast. And strong. She's been on me like Sabrina on dinner since that battle began. She's been on me like Sabrina on dinner. Just in other words, non-stop. I haven't had a chance to counterattack at all. Even if it's because of the beta virus, that kind of tenacity is just scary. Then carefully studies K09's every move as she works to get her breathing under control while shifting her center of balance and keeping her finger on the trigger. Don't panic, leader Chidar in the audience. All I need to do is draw this out until the robots go berserk. I'll open fire the next time she rushes me. I should be able to find an opening then. No illusions, he comes. Now. The moment she sees K9 raise his sword, Lynn pulls the trigger without hesitation. A wall of shot speeds from her gun barrel and slams with the K9's weapon, with a crisp sound of middle on middle. Although K09 evades most of the middle boss who preternatural speed, one of them manages to punch through her shoulder. Surprising enough, K09 completely ignores his shoulder chip, brings it blade down Lynn's head with a cleaving chop. Lynn rolls back out the way, once again evading attack with the skin of her teeth. No wonder Carl said something about wanting to improve the beta virus sensory side effects. She's clearly nowhere as sensitive to pain as I am. But how's that even fair? It can't be helped. Had to go full eye on her. But just had to fix your flame once we get out of here. So she does want to save her. She doesn't want to really hurt her that much. So Lynn's holding back. Lynn takes a deep breath and decides to max out her power output. A curtain of red hot lit as the blocks off the way ahead of her. K09 steps aside and dodges each and every pound heading her way. Then she reverses to grip on his foot and rushes Lynn. Damn, she's fast. Once she determines that K09 is within range, and focuses her fire on K09's lower body. She's trying to blow her in half. While they take out her legs, K09 loses balance as he takes a hit to her right leg, which supports her fate. Then jumps over, pressing the off-balance K09 to the ground with the elbow and pressing the muzzle of her gun against K09's head with her other hand. That ought to settle her now. I mean, if it shoot her head off, that means it's fine. As long as the core says attack, it's fine. However, K09 chooses at this moment to erupt with tremendous force. She punches up with the back of her blade, knocking away the gun on her head before slamming her right knee into Lynn's chest and taking her by surprise. Man, she's tough. Galar. Did I win to you? Pain radiates through Lynn's chest as she staggers back while panting heavily. Damn, it hurts so bad I can't see straight. Although her vision is blurry now, Lynn still strives to stretch her balance while opening fire in K09's direction. Soon, the outer 12 she's holding clicks as the hammer fails on an empty chamber. Kanan dishes up her front ledge, his sword held high. Mint! And then K09's hand suddenly fuses in midair. The lights above her suddenly flash, and the bulletproof glass around her slowly lowers. The entire arena is filled with a bizarre silence. Then the sound of mechanical rain comes from all around them. All the security bots are going crazy. Cheetah, now support Lynn. The guns blaze fire as bolts hit the ground under Caden's or Ness feet, driving her back. Then, as the Visisukha signal, every single robot in the arena began opening fire indiscriminately. The members of that scheme flee in all directions. Okay, so I thought the security bots would probably just like beat people up and stuff like that or run them over. But they're fucking shooting at everybody. Damn. Shooting at everybody. And Mr. Chaos, though, Cheetah hear Lynn's voice of electrocuted it is. Looks like luck was on our side in the end. Yeah, so people are dying. Lynn, it's you. You mean you weren't taken over by the whatever virus thing? Thank goodness, I thought we were really finished just now. Finished my ass, don't jinx me. Lynn gets up and dusts herself off, changing on a new drum of ammo she does. She then vaults over the arena's fencing and returns to Frostfall's command. Welcome back, Lynn. As you and Cheetah smiles as they meet her gaze, then a pivot as Lucy take up a defensive formation. Who's tool below? I'll tell you along the way. Right now we're going to follow the route she planned and get out of here. The sooner the better. We can't use the elevator anymore, so we'll need to alternate a view. In other words, we'll have to go to the back of the iron seating, follow the support quarter, then use it to reach the main deck. Cheetah, prepare to fall back. Okay, no problem, leader. Leave it to me. Snot bombs? Cheetah pulls out a flashbang over her waist, pulls a pin and throws it. And pulled the pin at it, throws it on the ground. Smile for the camera. A blinding flash of light envelops the arena, and Taser 9 is forced to shield her eyes. When she can finally open them, all Caden's KO9 can see is a cheer running to the back of the seating area. Automatic loading, the suit command. Oh shit, it's coming. She's in Terminator mode. Target identification successful. Still looking in the direction where the trio fled, Taser 9 stands up once again and gives chase. Dude, she's gonna catch up to them fast. She's fast. Wait, so Mr. Arrogant Knowing Master went to all that effort to capture you because he wants you to fight for him? Cheetah's exploration is so loud that it echoes through the hall. A bunch of security troopers come to investigate, but a hellfire forces them to take her by the pillars. As Lynn shoots, it gives Cheetah a give me a break. Hello, we're still trying to escape here. Can you keep it down? But these ended up both way because he half-assed everything. Strictly speaking, it wasn't just because of that. But I don't have time to elaborate now. Cheetah, help me lay down some card fire. I have something to tell later. No problem. This time I'll protect you, Lynn. Cheetah flashes an OK sign and moves up to the head of the formation. Just then a transmission from Trollo comes in. Lead her head right at the fork of the head to see a corridor leading to the deck. Instead, can you have the support assets come in now? Lynn, what is it that can't wait till we get up there? Sorry, leader. But in a sense, this is the last chance I'll get for this. Oh, Susie. Lynn takes a deep breath and looks at the fork of bed. I managed to interface with the systems in the Linus main control room, but found the exact impatient that it's dolls being controlled by the arena staff. I want to take them with us. What? Or are they being held? On DP on the port side. Trollo calculate a route there. Well, she's not gonna even protest. Roger. The trip life control comes less than a minute later. The left path of the fork of path leads to area debris, exact opposite way from the exit. The ship's security is closing in on your location. It would be a risky course of action. To try group reinforcements right quicker than we can move, these would be even worse. What do you want to do, leader? It's all what you does your plan while you're tapping a terminal with it next figure. Lynn, I'm fairly sure you're prepared yourself for this possibility, but I must remind you that if we choose to commit to this course of action, we will not be able to complete the objective or its shared safety. Even so, do you wish to proceed? Raj is actually letting her make the choice. Yeah, it's just, this is personal for her. I can't do it by myself, so I need you, Cheetah and Trollo. I need all Frostfall to help me out. You don't say things like this often. There's a short silence. Samishu looks at Linda the eye as though she has come to a decision. Understood. Change of plans for the squad. We're heading to Area D3 to rescue the captured dolls. Linda blanks in surprise. He stares at the squad leader. The mental image she's always had of Samishu is someone who has always been cautious and diligent. Yet she has agreed readily to Lindsay quests. Lynn can see a trust which needs no justification in Samishu's eyes. Oh, so you're going to be doll saviors now? Awesome, I've always wanted to play Halo. Trollo, help us draft up another route that helps us avoid ship security. Welcome. Lynn, how many dolls were we talking about here? According to the data of the control room, it's about 170 of them. How are they going to get them off the ship? I mean, they have 2 helicopters, but the QRF already have dolls in there. The more troublesome thing is that the neural clouds have been wrecked by beta bias. You may not listen to us anymore. Wait, so there's what, 200 of them and they might not even cooperate with us? We can't exactly cart them all off one by one, right? Also, even assuming we get them into position to be activated, we won't have the time or cabin space to read them all. Whoa. So when she opens the terminal, begins thinking of as she studies the ship's footprints. They ask me like escape ships, you know? The dolls are on the stern of the vessel. If we can trap the enemy amidst ships, it would give us a bit of love time to work in. Cheetah looks over at some huge soldier and studies the map. She points at the red shaded area in the middle of the vessel. Peter, why don't we blow up the central fuel tank over here and cut the ship in half? That way we can separate the part where the dolls are. Wait, you want to blow up the ship in half? Do we have anything powerful left to do that? Yeah, I've forgotten this team says 40. Cheetah's ready to kill... She's ready to kill all the humans on this ship. Let it sink. Cheetah produces a little ball out of nowhere, tosses it up. Nobody glints right. Ta-da! Behold my remote bomb. At last, the place just hit Taperius. Anyway, give the order, leader. That one of your dolls coming after us. Zoe gets hard and sister focuses on the incoming red figure. She quickly judges the feasibility of the mission and makes a decision. Cheetah punt explosive at the central fuel tank. Watch for a chance to set off, only after Lindley arrive. Got it. Trollo, contact Miss Hilling right now. Have her send more backup. Once we scuttle the ship, we'll need people who can manage to move the part of the vessel going to SR. Understood. Oh, Helen's gonna have a heart attack. Managing all the finances now. With this. Lynn and I will stay here to live Amy to oversee the ship. We'll buy time for Chia, Tolo, and our backup to ride. Causing chaos should be Cheetah's strongest suit, right? Still. Never mind, this sort of thing is alright from time to time. Then reloads her Auto 12 and focuses her gaze on the incoming Kia 09 before pulling the trigger. Your shotgun sprays a torn of lead, blasting chunks on the masterfully carved metal paneling. The column collapses with a deafening crash. K09 is forced to stop as the fallen pillar blocks the path and throws up a huge cloud of dust. Aren't you good at running? Come catch us then. So they're gonna blow the ship in half to save a bunch of dolls that are like brainwashed. But the ship is also full of humans, like rich humans. Rich and powerful ones. This is gonna be like a pure nightmare for Grisha. They just gotta hope that no one finds out. I mean, they could use the leverage that, hey, these people were participating in illegal doll arenas, so they might be able to get this buried, but if a lot of powerful people die here, then, well, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be like bad PR for Grisha and Talent's gonna, I don't know what she's gonna do. Evacuate everyone. Okay, so we just kind of leave. Karolek Sobieta. Okay, we'll have her hold. We'll have her hold. Karolek is here. Oof. if I super bomb her, I think I might be fine. Should be fine if we just bomb the shit out of her. Oh god, it's like you do much damage on her. But like I do much damage at all. Hey Joji, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome everyone. Hi, my name's Tiferet. I'm a combat android, and we normally play shooters and survivors and horror games here. But today we're playing Ghost Frontline 2. It's one of my favorite games. It's like the only Aikata game I'm really playing. Oh god, she's gonna be so tough to kill. Oh, this does a lot of damage. Okay, a lot is gonna kill her. Well, not kill her, but yeah, she's tough. She survives this almost burst. Anyways, we're doing the event, and it's been pretty fun so far. Yeah. It's not dark or anything like that, but we have a lot of backstory on the Frostfall squad, which is the squad that's still with Christian. We got to see Hellion, which is nice. No. Dude, she survived a counterattack from Guava? That's crazy. I mean, she's gonna die, but that's nuts. Must drop epic elite. Hey. Alright, go ahead and knock out. And die if you guys need to go, still need to go. If you want to hang out, feel free to hang out. We're about like last 2 parts for this event. So we're almost done with it. I think I'm like 1 or 2 more parts. But right now that our chest is trying to escape. Escape this shit. There's an underground doll arena here, pretty much a gladiatorial arena. And they're trying to escape and rescue the dolls that are being used for the fights as well. Ah, crap. What's going on here? Ooh. T416 holding it down back here. Oh, nice. Okay. Come on, Somi. Can you hit him? Nope. Keep it fun. Put it right here. Nice. Slowly getting one back there. What was the slowest because she's a freaking sniper? Ah, they're coming. Ah, they're way back there. Give her a sign. We'll make it. I was line everyone up just in case. Do the song. Here you go now, 416. Yeah, I think this is the Neurochip song. I like Dearly Wonderland better, but this is mess with you. Nice. As long as you don't land, he's a terrain to mount and hit and run taps on K09 and their pursuers. They managed to strand them on the B1 deck and get to the main deck on time. Oh shit, got a breath. It's almost time. Pachita and Tool over it. Rydia. The plans were smoothly and our backups in place. Head to the pickup point now. The pair went towards the Senate ship, where they find Cheetah waiting to them happily. Over here! This time I was faster than you, Land. Aren't you going to praise me? Yeah. Troll will bring the chopper in to prepare for extraction. Sanju pulls Cheetah behind and looks at Troll pilots the chopper towards the 3 of them. It comes to a halt at the last moment, Devotus turning a blaze on the surface of the water below. The cabin sides open and Troll pokes a head out the door of rope ladder down to the 3 of them. Come on! Oh, there it is. Just then there's a loud crash, and Taser 9 bursts out the nearby hatch. Her eyes aglow with crimson rage. She tightens the grip on his sword and immediately launches at the 3 dolls. Oh shit, she is second Terminator. This is scary. If Karalik was her enemy, this is how he is, that'd be freaking scary. No, Cheetah, blow the charges. Just poop. You're just in time. Cheetah squeezes the button on her detonator and the bombs detonate the central fuel tank. It massive column of flame shoots into the sky and dyes the darkened sky dull red. This ship lurches heavily as its head is cut in two, fragments flung everywhere as the two halves keel over and begin sinking into the sea. Kaiser-Ned's frames sent flying by the shockwaves as she lands heavily on the stern of the vessel, while Frostfall uses this opportunity to scramble aboard the ladder. The helicopter climbs rapidly, rising high into the night sky. Oh, they escaped her. We did it! None can see Helen's backup arriving by the light of the burning deck. Familiar, formerly dust-gathering tugboat is now towing away the stern of the vessel with its captured dolls where the captured dolls are. Looks like we managed to rescue all those dolls as well as K09. Dude, but K09 is still it's still my Terminator mode. I don't know how you demand subdue her. That like take out her legs or something. Things went better than expected. We're lucky that our backup arrived before Turret forces did, but we'll check it Kairos because of that. Trollo, activate W stop systems. We need to get out of here ASAP. Understood. Mission complete. Preparing to RTV. Trollo presses the button on the helicopter's control panel. It shimmers for a moment in the night sky, then projects a holographic image around itself. That's cool. So cloaking. And that out there. Tosis causing method Titanic. How many of the rich people died? Meanwhile, on the outer side of the ship, with the one that's sinking, a bedraggled figure struggles to his feet before panning on the locked room like a madman. Locked room? Damn it. Not what you deserve. Kyle chats his communicator. He presses so hard that his fingers have gone white from lack of circulation. The door thuds heavily under his counting. Oh, he's trapped? Father, do you hear me? Mothership is about to sink. I know you must have some way to do it, so please save the ship. Dude, the ship's in half, bro. There's no same yet. This is the last thing Mother left behind. Despite Carl's will to despair, the only answer for the communicator is the sound of static. His dad don't care about him. To someone he thinks there will be no reply, the person whose calling suddenly speaks in a quiet voice. Mother, is that you? Thank God you answered. Now stay the ship, won't you? If I were you, I'd think about how to get out of that room first, rather than whining and crying about your boat when your life is in danger. Facts. Facts. It's just a tool for making money. Is it really that important? It doesn't matter if it's blown up or scuttled. Once something loses its value, it doesn't matter what happens to it. That's dick thing to say, but I mean, he's being grounded right now. You're the only one who's so dedicated to something left behind by a corpse. Okay, that's wow. Did he not love his wife either? No, it can't be. This is the mother's legacy. How can he care so little about it? Also, so I'm still on the ship. I'm your son. You can't just abandon me now. Abandon you? Yakov can't help but start derisively at Carl's naive plea. My biggest mistake was not abandoning you after you realizing that Soyan raised you to a failure, and even going as far as to give you chance after chance to prove yourself. He has no love for his son, including this one. What do you mean? Are you saying you already knew about my plan? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But when did you? What do you think? Did you really think you could have entered the main control with gesture Mika Hax's privileges? And as it turns out, not letting you in was the right thing to do. I placed you in charge of things just once and you fucked it all to hell. Not only did those PMC dolls run circles around you, but they also managed to steal all the data in the main control room. And now they even got their hands on over 170 gladiator dolls. Exactly what you'd think edifies you to talk terms with me. So they're old dolls specifically made for the arena. Ooh, those are gonna be a fine addition to Griffin. You are the one who sank this ship, and you did it with your own hands. Yakov's judge him as a cold blade singing deep into quiet heart. Carl clutches to communicate, heavily muttering to himself, unable to believe what he's hearing. So Yakov could use, like, Carl's death here for, like, PR, you know? So, like, he has a lot to gain for letting his son die. No, it's not over yet. I can only trigger the stall self-destruct programming. I can destroy the evidence. We can still turn things around. Now I am completely certain that you are in more of a mindless city than those dolls. They blew up the remote control server with the chopper before they left. Yeah, well, it truly fucked things up now. Oh shit, well, the golf house need to get cleaned up. What? Upon realizing that there's no coming back from this, Carl slumps to the ground. Then, this is my fault. Those damn dolls were only able to take advantage of the situation because I didn't get the full beta virus. Oh, this isn't my fault. It's not my fault if you just gave me another chance. No, you gave it too many chances, like you said. Another chance. You still want another chance. The company's had its full dealings with Fabin recently. The CEO is tearing his hair out by the handfuls over them. Did you know that? And he chose now of all times to pull off a stunt like this. There will be no more chances for you. Carl's mouth hangs open as he looks at the door that will not open for him. Voice gonna sink. He's locked in. He doesn't even have words to try his father's words. As a child, he fooled around with high-grade parts like they were toys. It was like watching a monkey with a Kalashnikov. Damn! Oh my goodness. It's like watching a monkey with a Kalashnikov. Jesus Christ. That's brutal. After all these years, you're still the same as when Sally was around. You haven't grown a bit. Who doesn't like a monkey with a little Kalashnikov? Well, there are days I come where these guys gave them one, and the monkey started shooting. Everyone's waiting for their lives. You don't even qualify to be an obstacle for me, let alone my successor. Damn. So once something loses its value, it doesn't matter what happens to it. That fits me too, right? If you were this smart each time, you wouldn't have ended up like this. Yakov's went were casual, but they hit Carl like a punch to the gut. Yeah, he was freaking Carl was sticking small, man. No, it's the too personal. In Carl's memory, this is the first time his father has ever appeased him. Dang. Wow. But it seems it will also be the last. No, you're my father, you wouldn't do this. Right? You wouldn't do this to me, right? Everything I did was to make you proud. Ever since when they died, I've been working hard all this time. You've been sound all this time, apparently. Don't bring up that mother of yours. Yakov's son explodes with rage. The resentment that has been festering for so many years is finally pouring out. I wouldn't even have married that dumb bitch if he wasn't from the Orlok whole globbert. So he only married her because of, like, for position. For position of power. He had no love for her. She made a fortune and all she did was sit on it, making a bunch of worthless toys or donating it to charity. Not only did she criticize me from Chinese 16 Labs Doltech, oh no, what the Gerard took his IOP oh no. She even planned to reveal the secrets between me and the CEO to the public. So she had to die. And good for he riddance to her. He killed her? Yet he arranged for her death? Oh no! So Lynn's suspicions were right. It's like, why would that virus work on her since she's an IOP doll? If it was made by the Gerard good, so Gerard doll. And at least in some way they're The design is based off 16 Lab. No, not 16 Labs. No, they're good. That's some good talk. Oh shit, those are the people who made the ER team. Oh no, what's up, Mod? And M4 and Stars. Dude, this guy has their tech? Ah, that's slacks, dude. This is bad. And he's R&D as well. Wow, that's bad. And even after her death, she left someone like you behind. I've been living in a shadow for far too long. You should have died along with Celia. What? He's been tolerating you, man. So you're saying you killed Mother? Well, a nearby portal collapses into the forced explosion. The glass rains down like hail. Carl's communicator falls to the ground, emitting a shrill tone. Carl screams at it, but it'll never answer him again, and the whirling flames consume his final words. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He extinguished the sparks Mother's left behind. Cold man, Yakima. Cold man. Dang. Yeah, geez, the Red Group has 16 mod attack. Oh shit. That's gonna spell trouble for everyone else. No wonder they're able to make 3rd gen dolls and shit. Forward into dawn. Stride forward while looking the wounds of the past straight in your eye. That is the meaning of your suffering. It's the end. Database records for government officials, illegal doll transaction logs, altered records for the ship's environmental emissions. The Jorah Group has quite an itinerary of sins to its name. By litany. Frostfall squads go to the data link copy from the main control room. It's certainly quite impressive. There's a breakdown for the Hanvi Novartis income expenses here too. Though they gotta hold the dirt. Let me see. Wow, this is actually kinda scary. They make more money in one day than our squad does in 1 month. It's just a sweet thought. The income from the entertainment was minuscule compared to the legal betting on the dollar arena. Well, we can now be completely certain that the Gerard Group is controlling and running the doll arena. They can make a killing from the black market and use arbitrary Jew dolls. They're otherwise defective dolls. The Gerard Group wins either way. The beta virus is partly developed for that purpose and tested on the arena dolls. Oh yeah, speaking of which, don't you think we should get your fame checked out, Lind? It would be bad if there were traces of that virus stuff behind your neural code. Don't worry, I'm not weak enough to be taken over by an incomplete virus. Just get cleaned up anyways. I'm more interested in why it worked in IOP dolls. Wasn't it meant to target Gerard Group dolls? Then are you saying you suspect that Gerard Group stole 16 Labs doll technology? Lind dots. This virus is unlike normal programs. Its right locations and logic would require a target with tiny semi-base layer code for it to work. What if the base layer code were too similar, then it would essentially be intellectual property theft. If that's really true, then we can use evidence from the doll arena as proof of the Gerard Group's crimes and make them pay for what they've done. Indeed. Even without the technology theft, just the proof of the crimes is enough to bring the Gerard Group to court. I'll contact Miss Hellion now. We'll take it back, verify the matter ASAP. Yeah, but guy would move quick because he would give Gerard Group a chance to attack. To get all this information back, that'd be bad. I'm pretty sure what we found will help the commander Miss Kalina out in some way. Oh yeah, give it to Kalina. She knows exactly what to do with it. Sonny opens the comm channel to Hellion and begins sending over what she's learned. After receiving Hellion's reply, Songy's stern expression softens considerably. I have good news. Miss Hellion massified a neutral organization that wanted to take the dolls from the arena. Helped them clear it out by and the remaining beta stars in the no pods. Really, that's great. They'll be Gaffar built it to shake off the Turret Group's control. Additionally, the organization will provide them with casting and support them as they integrate human society. Which organization is this? Not only will they be able to remove the Turret Group's influence, these dolls will also receive a chance to make a fresh start. You did very well, Lind. Lind doesn't answer, only leaning against the Kappa wall in silence. That's a lot for her. A scorching pain from the virus infection still aches in her body, and a sense of survivor's guilt envelops her. Lind reflexively looks down at her trembling hands. Oh, she's crying. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh. Lind, Leader was praising you. Why are you apologizing? She's not talking to her. I mean, all this happened because I went off without permission and acted alone, right? I even asked to change the planet last May for selfish reasons. If anything had happened to you all because of that, then I... Pen swallows the rest of her words. The three of them quickly exchange glances, then they head over to Lind's side with Aslan. What's this, Lind? Are you actually worried about us? Relax, we're all okay, right? I believe our squad exists to support each other, understand each other, and to encourage each other. And in the end, your plan turned out fine. Yes, Tita and Trollo are correct. And oh, what kind of feelings must have motivated you, Lind? And willingness to let Christian with their way, the anger that drove you to save your fellow dolls, and the pain you felt when you thought you had involved us in your troubles. The truth is, we're all the same. The same? Correct. Taoju gently pats Lane on the shoulder and smiles tenderly. As members of Frostfosk, we all have the same goal, we simply see things from different perspectives. Ultimately, I'm also partially responsible for this. I didn't communicate with my thoughts clearly with you, which led you to feeling like you had to take everything on by yourself. So don't blame yourself anymore and relax though. Okay. Lind looks up, her eyes filled with gratitude. It is then that Sasha notices the wound K09 made on Lind's arm. Here, I'll help you take care of that for you. So you take Sasha the packet and patches up the cut with a gentle touch and practice skill. The pain from the wound makes Lind wince. Why don't you try for pain modules, Lind? Patching once hurts, you know. She's not going to. Truth is, I can't disable my frame's pain mattress. Probably, she's designed this way. Why not? Doesn't that mean you've been enduring all the pain during its battle? Damn. Lind falls silent then nods. Well, I wouldn't say enduring it. After all, I'm used to it now. That's just tough, mentally strong. Now, as an experimental doll used in Kung Fu trials, part of the reason why Carl kidnapped me because of that. What? Lind doesn't feel all the disgust or arguments he expected when discussing this part of his history that she didn't want to discuss. Instead, she feels free. My first memories of this world when I at Cole Research Institute as endless days of country trials. My frame receives special modifications in order to meet certain experimental requirements. Not being able to switch off my PM modules is one of them. Why would they do that though? That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But doesn't that make fighting in everyday life really inconvenient? Why don't we ask Miss Hellion to change her? Change everything when we get back. I'm sure she'll be able to think of something. No, she won't do that. She won't do that because this is her journey. This is part of her journey. Then shakes her head. It's part of her past and who she is. One of Griffin's researchers asked him the same question when I first came to Griffin. He said that human sensory feedback would affect my performance in battle and recommended that it change to a more convenient body. But I refused. Wasn't that a good chance to do it? Why did you say no? I don't know why I did it back then. I just did it out of reflex. Same thing with my name. I ought to be repulsed by the name Lind. Galaba. The laptop wasn't given to me, and it contained all the painful memories from back then. Oh, really? A year after getting the chance to teach my name, I still chose this one. At the time, I didn't know why I was so insisted on it, but now I think I'm slowly beginning to understand. Then looks at her friends. Back then, I thought I existed to be just subject and that my pain was the only value I had. To deny this pain would be to deny my entire life and the reason I had for existing. Oh, I can feel that. It wasn't gruesome that I came to understand the true worth of it all. And it was my bonds with everyone that helped me realize that I could keep going forward even while carrying the pain of the past. That I could fight to protect others. I mean, the first step of accepting your past is being able to look it in the eye, right? True facts. The good and the bad. That's true. All the guilt and the victories as well. That's a good one. I'm gonna save that one. That's a good one. That is so true. So true. Because even though people would want to have their life to be, nice and happy and stuff like that, it's really that is the stuff that joy don't really define a person's worth, in my opinion. I mean, it does, but not completely. Nothing you do have the hard parts too, the tough parts. I read that. Lind. And that's why I want you to a body and I want you to a name. Frostwall Full Squad made me feel like I belonged, and you helped me understand my reason for existing. Thank you all for that. A can of cool fruit juice suddenly presses itself against Lynn's cheek. Didn't expect to see Cheetah grinning at her, waving a pack of snacks she squirreled away for a moment like this. Ah, don't be so gloomy, Lind. Frostfall is he holds her full eye, but he means we're all essential to it. Makes perfect sense, right? Just like how you can't leave us, we can't leave you either. That's right, we're only able to handle difficult missions because we have you around. Whether in the past, present, or future, we'll always fight side by side. Yep, in order to celebrate yet another perfectly completed mission, let's do a party when we get back to base. Correction, it will be an after-crisis of you beating. Fortunately, the gold ship that Leader and Cheetah brought back is worth quite some money. Yeah, 100K. Indeed. Not only have we solved the current financial emergency, we've also managed to come up with a promising action plan for the future. With Chola's observation skills and support from Cheetah's items, Lynn's comet power and my planning ability, we managed to demonstrate exceptional results in rescuing the hostages, and have proven that we can handle similar tasks of the same kind in the future. I believe that Frostfall Squad's reputation will soon spread far and wide. That's a huge scandal they have covered. Not gonna lie, that's massive. It's gonna help the commander out a whole lot. The communicator rings up upon seeing me when Zangchi smiles. It's from Miss Hellion. Let's take it together. The four members of Frostfall Squad look at each other and smile. Then as one, they press the receive button. As the helicopter rises to the last of the sparkled clouds, the warm light of dawn shines on their faces. This is for Frostfall Squad. Ta. Miss Gipsy, we're adding a hall. Aw, that was nice. That's Lynn's story. We actually got a complete story for her, which is awesome. I kinda wish we got the same thing for frickin' Zhang Yu, but we didn't. Yeah, Chris, that tweet pattern, we got like Endorse's story, which is pretty cool. We got the Bielka story, which is really cool. I don't really care much for Bielka, but Melissa Joyce's story, which is really amazing. And we also got like a Lynn story, which is really cool. Plus we got to take to Frostfall and the State of Griffin, which is really awesome. I really like that. And now they rescued another Karolek, so that one needs a lot of work. K09 needs a lot of work in becoming a person, VN. But now the fact that there's a second Karolek out in the world, that has potential for stuff. Like if both Karoleks met each other, that'd be pretty cool. Because they did mention, the guy mentioned that a friend in the arena helped Karolek escape, like the original Karolek to escape, right? But they didn't see who it was. We just thought that there were two arena dolls. The Shizuri doll and her Fenrizumina doll. I have this feeling that the one that helped her escape was Peritia. I think that's her. We haven't seen her. We saw her like very briefly at the very beginning of the story. By name. We didn't see her face, but we saw her by name. She helped them out a few times, like once or twice in the early parts of the game. So it makes me wonder, like, how that's gonna turn. You know, what's gonna happen. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We finished it. You finished it. Not a bad story. Not a bad story. It's pretty cool. I was always wondering, like, if they ever had like doll arenas in this world, because it will only make sense, right? So it's good to know that that was actually a thing. Well, good to know is like my suspicions were confirmed, and it just fleshes out the world a lot more. Because it would only make sense, right? So the fact that it was never talked about or mentioned ever was kind of weird. But now it's part of the lore, and it's been an outlawed sport. But there's probably more arenas like this pocketed around the world, especially like the Yellow Zone. So they go defend more gladiator dolls. So that's what a Karolek is, a gladiator doll. That's pretty cool. She's not a tactical doll, I mean, she is, but no, she isn't, because she doesn't use firearms. So that's pretty cool. I wonder, it makes me wonder if Old Age was also one as well. But yeah, that'll be it. Let's go ahead and find something to read out to, guys. It was really nice of you all to get through this in one day. I didn't know how long this event was going to be, so I was really cool that we were able to get through it. Alright, let me take a look to see who's around right now. Got some people playing. Arc Leader's got some people playing. Battlefield. You know, let's go visit. We'll see now. She played with me for the Grey Zone. Not too long ago, like over the weekend. Disrupting world can't make robots fight. Sorry, Snoop. Yeah, we've been at it for a good, like, almost 4 hours, just about. So, we raped this Messina. I don't know when the next event's gonna come out for this game. Too bad we didn't roll when you get land in the gacha, but, well, it is what it is. Okay, let's do a GFL2 vein. But see you later, alpaca. And see the teaser's read message, guys. And you guys probably showed up, huh? We'll see you, Miss Wilsina. She's playing the Hunt Showdown. So, okay, I still want to try that out. You know, it'd be pretty cool to try it out. I think I'd be bad at it though, because the way the weapons are, just oof, man. The irons and stuff is gonna be rough. You're just playing with it? Okay, cool. Well, we can go back and see her then. But anyways, guys, hopefully you have a good rest of the day or night wherever you may be. Make sure you get enough rest, get enough to eat and everything like that. And take care of yourselves. It's gonna be the middle of the week tomorrow, so hang in there. The weekend will be here again before you know it, okay? So yeah, thank you so much. You guys are all the best. Also, thank you to all the veterans out there. You know, happy Veterans Day to you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Catch you all later. Bye now. Bye bye.